making sure you can actually see and hear me. Welcome in, homies. An hour early? No, this is Sunday. This is Sunday. Yeah, I don't normally stream on Sundays anymore. Welcome in, you guys. We have a very special stream today. Very excited. I will be joining Aki and Fam and Bearded Luke on the Destiny Nerds podcast. So very excited to get this out there. It's technically their first podcast since the drop of Renegades. So we're going to talk all things Renegades. We're going to get into the nitty gritty of weapons, armor, like how we are feeling. And then there's going to be time for questions afterwards as well. So it's going to be really, really cool. I hope you guys enjoy. You come hang out. Feel free to ask any questions you want. I won't be able to respond until we finish our portion because it will be live recorded. And then once we're done with our side, they say there's going to be a like after the show kind of questionnaire thing from the audience. We're gonna open up the step chat with Aki and Fam and Bearded Luke, and it's gonna be awesome. Bearded Luke, and it's gonna be awesome. Bearded Luke, and it's gonna be awesome. Feedback loop. Apologies. There we go. But yes. So be sure to stick around for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Welcome in, you guys. Did a Nezarec CP with weapons. Nice. I gotta pull up the homies for step chat. Oh, and it's over on their official channel. Hold on, I gotta put it in the title. The Destiny Nerds. There we go. Refresh. What? Okay, there we go. So we're gonna open up step chat to them as well. And it'll be 3, 2, 1. Boom. And there is step chat as well. So behave, you guys, and feel free to ask your questions away, and we'll get started in a moment.
Lenny. He's a little
Lenny.
skeleton guy.
Looks like Willie Nelson.
I think it's probably who it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
gives me Willie Nelson vibes.
I was thinking about streaming on this back here. My you can't see it. There's a Mac.
Dude, no, I see it.
Macintosh Plus back there.
I see it. It takes me back to grade school, bro. That's amazing. Genuinely. I love that. Okay, there we go. Ooh.
I think unplugging that cord and plugging it back in did the trick, by the way, earlier.
Sometimes that's all it takes. See, in the IT world, we call that turning it off and on again.
Perfect. Yeah. That's always a solution, isn't it?
That's right. Like it's exactly it.
So I guess I would have been in IT. I could do it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You're officially qualified. You're officially qualified for IT work.
Yep. After you made sure I was, I knew it was meant super speed, which is insane that that's what the SS actually stands for.
Yeah, USB SS is super speed. Yeah,
that's so cheesy.
It's very cheesy.
But
you know, it is what it is.
Time is it? It's we'll start at 9:15.
Oh, don't you have one of those fancy Apple watches, Mr. Appleman?
Who, me? Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah, you.
I also got this new case.
I love how he's like, let me see what time it is and pick up my phone. It's your wrist, bro. You got one right there.
This podcast sponsored by Kadobi. Just kidding. Could be. They send me free cases all the time.
Kadobi?
Best part about it is I did a bunch of videos for them thinking the name was called Caudible. I was mispronounced the entire brand for all the videos. And then I saw a video of someone saying what it was called, and I was like, oh no. I went and I had to dub my voice to say Kadobi in all of them.
Outstanding.
Luckily, I did it before I sent it to them.
We are professionals.
Bro, my real cool case.
Professionals.
Did I show you my other case? I probably already showed it to you.
Me? Yeah. I mean, I watch your videos. Oh, look at those calves, bro.
That's the only thing I'm known for. That's all I got known for.
Oh,
very
nice.
Got
the little Pokemon in the back of it. Let's go.
What Pokemon is that? Yeah, get a zoom in on that.
Mega Charizard.
Dude,
It's
Nice.
the promo from the
would've-
Charizard UPC.
you'd have loved it today. So we had Lil Aki's birthday party, and like right there in the venue where they have the little party space, they have it's a little vending machine that has a little suction cup on it, and you go in, you can get a Pokemon card, and like you
Oh,
can
that's
just
sick.
you can
That's
just
the
it
draw
literally
day
picks it
and
up and drops it. Oh, dude, 50 cents a pop. There you go. Good luck.
I love that.
It's crazy.
I love it. I need to sell. I haven't streamed on Whatnot in a couple weeks. I need to get a stream going.
Yeah, I
a
gotta get that
trillion
bag,
things
bro.
to sell.
Get that
I need
bag.
to. I've got about a trillion bajillion singles I've opened recently. So I'm on a not open spree. I'm not allowed to open until I sell like a certain amount of money because I've been
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's been
You're
been
restricting
intense.
yourself. You're disciplining yourself to do the thing that you're supposed to do that you're not doing.
Yes.
Hey, Elaine. Hey, Munda.
Yeah. It's it was getting a little reckless at the end of last year, but we're back. It's 2026.
Listen, yeah. It's time to tighten the belt in all the ways, right? We diet, we exercise, we budget, we do all the right stuff.
Dude,
for a
I
couple
ran
weeks until we
I've
go
been
back.
running.
So you're telling me my run to Culver's after seeing you go get Culver's was a bad idea?
I'm so glad I could influence you.
No, that was good. That was a friendship thing.
Oh, that was it was just friendship. It was just pretzel bites. It's not like I got too much, you know.
Oh, I
mean,
dropped
had
like 60
four
bucks.
pieces of had four pieces of pizza, bro.
Love
Oh
Culver's.
man.
I ate eggs for dinner.
But I will say this: I'm up to a little bit. I'm back to under 10 minutes a mile, which I feel pretty good about. So
Nice.
Let's go.
I'm doing a little over 3 miles a day. Not
go.
today,
Okay.
obviously, but yeah, trying to amplify that, trying to do all those things. So I am trying to take my fitness seriously, a little bit more seriously. Getting back in the gym. Peach wants to go with me too to exercise, which I'm excited about for her because she's never truly started a weightlifting journey. So it'll be interesting to see where she goes with it.
Peach about to be a power lifter.
She wants to look good in cosplay. She wants to cosplay and she wants to look good when she does it. That's her motivation, which I'm like, hey, you know what? Go for it. Get it, girl. Whatever.
Take it.
Like I will help you lift. And if you want to start lifting heavy, we can talk about lifting heavy. I'm going to be lifting heavy, but I will tell you, like, usually when I'm talking with my wife or if there is a female that is asking me lifting, I'm like, do you want to put on muscle or do you want to just get toned? And for tone is lightweight, a lot of reps.
Yep.
Put on muscle, heavyweight, fewer reps. So, yeah,
I love
it's
it.
fun. I like weightlifting. I enjoy weightlifting. I'm enjoying getting back into it too. It'll be
Yeah.
fun. I do minimal weights today. I will be doing much more intense weights in the next few weeks, getting back into it again. So
So GCX, we have a date in the gym. You and I
Bet.
and
100%.
Quad
No,
King.
okay, so I kid you not. So real talk. Before we get started into the podcast, this year my wife was evaluating presents, and she asked me point blank before Christmas. She was like, "GCX is really important to you, right?" I'm like, "Yes." I was like, "Really want to go to it." So she was actually looking at what was it, Distant Worlds? Yeah. He was looking at getting us tickets to Distant Worlds in Colorado, which is close to me. It's like a 6-hour drive. And it's the same weekend as GCX. She's like, I did not buy you this. I want you to know I wanted to get you this. And I had everything arranged. I had talked with grandma. She was going to keep the kids. We were going to go. She's like, but you want to do this. So, and I was like, bet. So we have that weekend is free. And so unless something crazy happens, I will be at GCX this year.
Heck
So,
yeah, dude.
Dang, Felicia. Gosh, now I really got to try to come. If
Yeah,
gonna
you
do
do.
Yes,
it.
sir. And I'm bringing the kids,
missed
bringing the whole
last year.
fam. Like we're all going to be there. So,
Dang,
Nice.
I would totally bring the whole fam, but
well,
It-
what works for
Monday,
us
yeah.
is we're going to bundle it into our Georgia trip, right? So
That's
my
smart.
wife's sister is having a baby in July.
oh, it's
So it
double
works
win.
out perfect.
Wait, when
right?
is
Like
it
she
again?
gets,
When's the dates?
like 24th, 25th of July. What is it? Sorry, it's at the end of July, basically.
Yeah, bro, I'm free too that weekend. Maybe we'll see.
Just
If Allie's not,
black out the dates now, bro. Just
I
leave that,
will,
leave,
but if
leave that
Allie's,
weekend
like,
open.
it depends if Allie's like gonna
Sure.
have another baby at that point or not. So that's
Sure,
how I have to live
absolutely.
my whole life based
Well,
off.
okay, unless she's
You
pregnant
say
right now,
that
not
like
gonna
you're
have
not a
baby
part
in
of the
July.
plan.
Like, yeah,
true,
you have
actually.
saying this.
Wait, that's true.
Yeah.
It is only it's just oh,
Yeah,
I'll
it's
probably
only
take that.
7 months. Unless she's pregnant right now, she's
No,
not
she's
about to
not.
pop a baby out in
She's
July.
not. She's not. So we should be good. All right, cool. Let me put it on
Oh.
here actually.
Absent father
wanna
doesn't
come
mean
over.
absent mentally. Like you're a participant.
Listen,
You're a
well,
participant in the activity, especially the first part.
depends on the day. Just ask my wife.
Okay, let's do this. Do a countdown. I'm gonna record. and we're we're gonna do a podcast. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, I'm rolling. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Destiny Nerds podcast. This is episode 55, but secretly episode 56.
Depends on who you ask.
It depends who you ask. Aki is back with me, Bearded Luke. We have an awesome guest, which we'll introduce in a second. You can see his beautiful face on the screen. If you're listening, you can't, but just imagine. But Aki, we're back. We're back.
back.
It's 2026. We're actually gonna do these podcasts on time, hopefully. Depending
Sure.
on
Yeah.
any
New Year's
crazy-
resolutions.
Well, yeah. But we're back. Me and Aki filmed an episode 55, and then we never posted it. So if you got to see that, you're
Holidays.
special.
Yeah.
You're special.
This is your cue to come follow the Twitch channel. The end.
Yeah, if you watch live, you get to see it first because tomorrow it'll be everywhere else. But if you're here now, you get to watch the beginning where we yammer on about random stuff, and the end where we yammer on about some random stuff, and in the middle, we talk about Destiny, which is what we're gonna talk about tonight. We have
Woo.
a super cool guest. We're talking about Renegades. Since the last time we had an episode, Renegades has come out. The dungeons come out. We
Mhm.
don't know what the future is currently, which is going to be some of the stuff we talk about, but there's a lot of stuff to dive into. We're going to talk about everything that we thought about, like what we liked, what we disliked, like the dungeon, like gear, everything. There's a lot to cover tonight. It's going to be fun. But
Yeah.
first, I want Aki to introduce our awesome new guest that's here tonight.
This is fantastic. Well, so I'm going to talk a little bit about this dude before I say his actual name. I met this individual through the Destiny 2 Creator Hub, which I was super privileged to be a part of. And honestly, this guy and I connected basically immediately. We have a lot of similar values, a lot of similar respect for people. And I just really, really am super duper grateful for the way that he just kind of came into my life and my time as a creator, and we just jived immediately. And his passion for Destiny, his passion for people, and passion for just being a light among fellow creators is super contagious. And so, Bound, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself to the good people listening to this podcast?
Thank you so much, Aki and Bearded Luke. It's great to meet you finally. But Aki's right. Yeah, we clicked almost immediately. We've become fast best friends, I should say. And it's just been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you, bud. But for those that don't know, my name is Bound, husband, father, gamer, military veteran. Don't hold that against me. That's my catchphrase. And I run a community called The Warriors. We're all about helping gamers experience and understand and get back into gaming if you've taken a break, helping new players level up their game or get into the game, as well as bringing in Sherpas, bringing in talented people to focus on that hardcore end game content. So our phrase is become legends again. And that's the driving force over on the Discord side. But for social media purposes, you may know me as the Destiny 2 news anchor daddy. That's apparently what James Kryak refuses to stop calling me. So I do a lot of skits, a lot of comedy, as well as some informative videos, build videos, guide videos over on TikTok as well.
Yeah, and I do have one up on Bound at this point, where happened on New Year's, where I finally beat Millennia. Bound is also a fellow Souls enthusiast, so
that was epic, brother. And I'm literally right there. So I was like, if he could do it, I could do it. If he could do it, I could do it. I know he's got this. He's got this.
You can do it. You've got this. You've got this, bro.
I'm in the tree too. I haven't touched it since basically you started trying to beat her.
Nah, you got this, bro. You got this. If I can beat her with my toothpick, you can beat her. Absolutely.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. Two guys who love to play games make them feel pain.
Not wrong.
I mean,
dude, well, sick. Well, I want to know, and the people that are listening want to know. Let me hear your content journey and mix it with Destiny, because I don't know, if you're doing this. I know you just kind of talked about it, but are you doing this full time? Are you doing this part time? Are you doing this for fun? What got you into this? When did you start streaming, making videos, just being on the internet as Bound FSG?
I appreciate that question. Not a lot of people ask because my journey was kind of a weird one. I never intended to get into content creation. I was just getting back into Destiny as I transitioned from my active duty side of the house. So I was active duty Army 9 years, and then I did 3 in the National Guard. But when I was transitioning, I was getting back into Destiny. I had taken a break around Season of the Drifter. No, I came back Season of the Drifter. I took a break around Shadowkeep. Wasn't a big fan of Shadowkeep.
did you side with the Vanguard or the Drifter?
Oh, Drifter, 100%.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
I thought
100%.
so because
Yeah.
you know same vibes, but I just had to
Yeah,
clarify. Anyway,
yeah,
go ahead.
of course. Um, but then I took that break. I was also deployed. Like I was going out places. I was going to weird places. So it's always hard to play a live game service like Destiny 2 when you're gone like that intermittently. So I've had a couple breaks, but I've been here since the beginning of Destiny. And then people wanted to see like stuff that I had done. My wife and my father-in-law built me a bar in my basement, and we had redone the entire basement. I was all prepped for Witch Queen, so I was like, all right, we're checking out TikTok. Let's start making some videos. Let's like show people like what I'm doing. And then I got the great idea of like making craft cocktails set in the Destiny universe in my brand new bar and calling the bar the Final Stand, where we take a rest from your journey in Destiny 2 and other games, and you have a cocktail or a mocktail on me, and it would be themed around some of your favorite video games, especially Destiny 2. And that's what I did. And I did that for a long time on TikTok, and then I started streaming as well because I figured if I'm playing the game, I might as well stream it, hanging out with my friends, things like that. And things started picking up. Then fast forward about like a year or so, TikTok had like put a subtle on, adult flavored beverages. So smaller creators couldn't really do that. So I shifted my content about 2 years ago to helping people, doing Sherpas and coming up with new concepts. And that's where I came up with the news anchor skit, because I actually come from a long line of news anchors. My father was a news anchor. My grandfather was a radio and news anchor, and he also served in the military, so he did some news stuff for the military. And so I do this really good, what I call news anchor voice, and that's where I came up with the concept. And that was,
Explains so much.
yeah, Aki doesn't know some of this stuff too, so this
No,
is
I
new
know.
to
I
him.
love this, and I'm hearing some of this for the first time.
Yeah. And so I had a couple videos go viral already. Like I'm talking 500,000 views, like crazy stuff. And I was like, I got to come up with a more of a common theme that I could fall back on when I want to do like regular stuff. So I came up with the news anchor bit as sort of if James the Professor Kryak, who does a lot of good lore stuff, is like CNN or like a traditional news source like PBS, NPR, something like that. I'm Comedy Central, I'm Jon Stewart. I'm making fun of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say definitely
Yeah.
Jon Stewart.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where that bit came
I
from.
love
And
that.
that one, the very first one I did went absolutely insane. I had already started getting responses from Bungie. I'd already started getting some free emblems, some free stuff. And then they invited me to be a creator. And that was like the big leap about 2 years ago when I started like making, so I do content part-time. I do have a 9 to 5. I'm a cybersecurity professional, like 14 years of experience. So I know all the ins and outs of the red and blue team type stuff. But in my off time, I love Destiny. And I was like, why not keep this going? Why make some content? But I also do other games too, so I try to fit them in as well where I can. I made a hilarious feat video for Expedition 33 that took off. I did a whole thing on my intro journey to Elden Ring because I was super late to Elden Ring, and people were they just loved it, and that took off for a bit. But yeah, do it part-time, mostly for fun, mostly to try to give back to the community as well, because you got people like Aki, you have one of my heroes, XRB, and a bunch of other people that do a lot of fundraising and giving back and stuff like that. So I try to give back where I can, do a lot of giveaways, fun stuff like that, while also doing Sherpas and, kind of trying to make it lighter while still attacking and getting after that end game content, if that makes sense.
We do love the professional. Good dude.
Yeah, dude.
Good dude. For the people watching this back later, and I know it kind of ties back into your current career, but what was your MOS for those who are curious when you were actually active duty and or National Guard?
Yeah. So I was a 17 Charlie cyber warfare operations. So you kind of get a feel for not like all things IT. So I prior to that, I was satellite communications, but I did a lot of routing, a lot of switching, a lot of protection of servers, things like that. And then Army in like 2016 took over all of the cyber contracts from the Air Force, and they dropped the brand new MOS, the 17 series, which technically is combat series because in theory we can be deployed, but like we'd still be in a room with no windows. So it's like, it's weird, but it was a fantastic opportunity to really dive into cybersecurity. And every now and then it bleeds into my part-time gig as content creation. But yeah, 17 Charlie.
That's awesome.
Dude,
Very cool,
that's
man.
sick. Thanks for serving. I appreciate that.
Appreciate the
You
support.
said that you said that in your like what was your saying again? You said say your saying again at that you said you
Father,
serve.
husband,
Oh.
do the thing.
Oh my goodness. I'm a husband, father, gamer, military veteran. Don't hold that against me.
Yeah,
There it
that's
is.
dumb. Nobody hold that against him, or I'll punch you in the face.
Yeah. I love it.
Dude, well, sick. Well, I'm glad that you're here. What's your Destiny journey though? We know your content journey. When did you start? Like, are you a Destiny 1 player, or did you start in Destiny 2, or where's that?
So I started in Destiny 1. I had a unique opportunity to test out early like alpha and beta, and then I actually missed I missed the initial release because I got married in October of that same year.
Oh, those pesky
Or
words.
no.
I'm just kidding.
No. It wasn't that. It was I got deployed. I got deployed.
That's actually worse. No, I'm just kidding.
But what I had to do was, what we did was, while we were waiting to come back, because I actually was able to bring her with me. We went to Korea for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
while we were
awesome.
there, I brought her with me, and then we're waiting to go home back to America. And I'm like, I got to play this alpha. The game's finally out. And I had tried Warframe that summer. Shout out to Warframe, love you guys. But it was okay. It wasn't quite my vibe. And I was like, I remember that alpha. I wonder if that's out yet. And we're stuck in this hotel for 2 weeks. If you've been in the military, you know, like the weird phase when you're trying to go home from being, especially like overseas.
It's kind of like limbo, really. You're just
Yeah.
like,
So like I literally
When?
I didn't have to do
Soon.
PT. I didn't have to show up for stuff. So we're bored. We toured around and like we've seen most of everything. So I was like, we literally bought an Xbox to play Destiny in a hotel in
It's crazy.
Youngsung and in Seoul until we left. And we literally did that like almost the entire time. And then when I came back, I was playing on my next duty station, and me and her were gaming together. She's a Titan main. She really does.
That's why
like
we
to-
get along.
yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's so cool. She's still a gamer? Like, was she always a gamer? Or did you
Yes.
make her become one?
No, God, no. You think like when we get to the Star Wars stuff, you'll think I'm a Star Wars fan. She makes me look like a Padawan. All right, like she makes me look like a noob. She was playing KOTOR and the Old Republic as like a literal 12-year-old in like a gaming setup, just like nerding out and having a
That's
blast.
awesome.
And she has read, I want to say, almost all of the Star Wars books, on top of seeing all the movies and seeing all the
Okay,
shows.
So she's the mega Star Wars nerd.
Yeah, I didn't know
Oh,
they
yeah.
had books. That's when you know it's real.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
deep. That's deep. Did she
Yes.
also serve?
Yeah.
No,
Okay. So you guys got married and then got deployed. So she got to come with you. And that's cool, man. That's awesome. Very
Yeah.
neat.
And so,
Yeah.
you guys have two setups? Like, does she have a setup and you have a setup at your house? Like,
Oh,
is she-
yeah.
Dude, that's so sick.
Nice.
so
That's
this
the way to do it, man.
this is my work/streaming setup, but I actually we semi-renovated our former dining room into basically a remote gaming area. So I got my two boys. They both now have gaming PCs. Thank God we got them last year.
Oh my gosh, for real.
Right? So we got them. They're set up right next to my old one that's downstairs, and she's right behind me. And I got hers like 2 years ago, but I got her a super mega system because she loves like Civilization, cozy games as well. She was playing Diablo
Ooh.
4 today, just
Cozy
knocking
games
it
are
out.
fine, but yeah, Civ and Diablo 4, those are intense, bro. Like,
Diablo
especially
4 is not
Civ is
cozy.
No,
Civ is like really processor and GPU intensive. Like that gets
Yes.
wild.
she is. I think she's finishing the final achievement, which the only one she's missing is win everything as a different character, because all the characters are different and they have like plus and minuses to certain things. But it's like, why are you losing as Gandhi or Einstein or whoever? Like, I don't know anything about Civilization. But I'm like, what is
Yeah,
happening? She's like, I gotta win with every single one. And I'm like, oh my God, it's that serious, guys.
It's that serious, yeah. So she's a completionist.
Oh yeah. She's a gamer.
that's
She 100%ed Hades. And yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
she's a
Mhm.
real
All right,
gamer,
put,
bro.
she's a put some respect on my name.
Oh
That's what
my
she said.
gosh.
All right.
I
Yeah.
That's
respect that.
brutal.
Yeah.
Dang. That does she play Animal Crossing? You said cozy games.
Yeah, she does Animal Crossing. She really loves Dreamlight Valley. That's probably one of her big favorites in
Okay.
terms of like more live.
It's a very
service.
popular cozy game right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
Yes.
cozy
That's
game I
awesome,
know
dude.
is Animal Crossing, which has a Nintendo Switch 2 version coming out this week. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna be back in
Yeah,
there.
I saw that there were some updates. People are
It's a free
excited.
update. Yeah.
I'm
pumped.
afraid to go back to my island at this point, bro. Tom Nook's
I
probably
went,
gonna
bro.
like,
Mine
kick
looks
me
tough.
out.
Mine
Yeah.
looks so bad. And you go to your townspeople and they're like, "Who are you?" And then they're like, "Oh wait, it's you, Bearded Luke. Welcome back." But it's been like
Forgot you lived
5
here.
years since I opened the thing. Dude, that's awesome. Well, Bound, your story's sick. Honestly, I love it. You said you had boy. Do you have kids?
Yeah. I got 2 boys and 2 huskies living in the Midwest.
Which are also children. If you know huskies, huskies are also children.
I have
Yeah.
my princess and I have my nanny goat. I got one that's like my baby, the dream husky. You know, if you're a husky guy or gal, you had like a dream husky in your mind that you always wanted. I got my dream husky, and then we had to get her a friend because she was literally destroying our house in
go crazy.
Maryland, and it was like a rental military like housing. So she was destroying everything. We had to get her a buddy, so we ended up driving past not only my mother's hometown, but my father's hometown, going from Maryland to upstate New York to get a second husky. And she turned out to be like the run of the litter, but she's such an absolute sweetheart. And she always like looks after the kids, but we call her Nanny Goat because she looks after the kids, but also because she literally eats everything to include cardboard, Pokemon cards if you're not safe, and potentially other animal poo-poo. So you have to watch her.
Huskies are such beautiful animals,
Yeah.
but they are so high maintenance. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so my husky is my corgi. I got a corgi instead. That's what I got. So yeah.
A little fat
Shed's
husky
about the same, just a little bit different temperament.
with a bigger butt.
With a bigger butt. Yeah, yeah.
I have 14 kids. They're called my hens. I have 14 chickens in my backyard.
Nice.
I love them so much. That's why when I said earlier I ate eggs for dinner, it was literally their eggs. They're so good.
That's
So
awesome,
good.
man.
Yeah. Well, sick, dude. That's awesome. You have a cool story. Like legitimately, that's wild. All of that stuff. Midwest. I live in Ohio, which is the Midwest, so we might be near each other.
Yeah.
I'll give my
I live in
address.
South
to
Dakota,
everyone.
which is on the other side of the Midwest. The very
Yeah.
far end.
Oh, you're in
You live
oh
out
you're in South
west.
Dakota.
Just
Okay,
call it
got
that.
you. Got you.
Yeah. We got the whole Midwest spectrum covered basically. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's great.
I love it. Well, sick. Well, thanks for sharing. Now let's get into this game that we
Oh,
love
boy.
so much, or
Oh boy.
kind of
Okay,
love.
ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, this is the time to buckle in because there's going to be some controversy. There's going to be some disagreements. This is going to be an interesting episode. I just know based on my little conversations I've had with Luke already. This is good. You're in for a wild ride. It's going to be fun.
Pretty optimistic usually, but a lot of my optimism's gone. So keep that in mind as we go. into
he
this.
just
Dang.
blasted it out the gate. Just
Dang.
boom.
And I'm a Bungie or Destiny 2 creator, whatever it's called, and I will be honest about this. I'm not gonna
Oh,
just
boy.
say stuff that's nice because we get
Yeah.
free stuff. I'm gonna
No,
really
no
say what
fluff
I
for
think.
just the sake of fluff, basically.
Yes. So let's get into it. Renegades. Let's talk overall impressions.
Okay,
Because
who's
why
going
not?
first?
I mean, who wants to go first?
You want me to?
I
you,
mean,
you want me to step off?
Bound, open us up. You're the
Yeah, Bound, open
newbie
us
here.
up.
Go ahead, Bound. You go first.
And I gotta say this because I probably have one of the more unique impressions because it was really hard for me. I was on a 2-week vacation, so if you can believe this, my mother-in-law and my wife had a better strategic roadmap for our vacation planning than Bungie did for the release of these expansions because we
Couldn't
knew
believe it.
like our Disney and Epic Universe dates plans when we're going like at February of last year and we did it in December. Like so I already started to suspect that I was going to miss the initial release of the expansion. I was even more worried because I'm when I'm not doing helps and doing giveaways and things like that, I actually try to dip my toe into the hardcore stuff like contest. And I've cleared every single contest since pretty much my return to Destiny, except DP for obvious reasons. But it was really hard for me because I was basically like, I would be out on vacation. We'd walk 20 to 25,000 steps, and then I'd come home and I have to be like, I have to see some clips. I got to watch some clips. So I'd be at the end of the night laying in the hotel room with the white, and I have my headphones turned over. I'm like, all right, what did Aki do? All right, what did the homies do? What did they get into? Right. And when I came back, it was like a weird mix of trying to enjoy it while also prep, because we stepped off and did contests literally 2 days after I came back. So I hard like ran through the expansion. I did an honest playthrough, all on the highest difficulty, and watched all the scenes and enjoyed it. And then I like sped everything else. And I was like cooking with the Praxic. Like I did the Praxic Blade mission twice. Literally got lucky and did all of the Catalyst stuff one run. Like I was just trying to catch up, prep armor and weapons and things like that. But genuinely, I believe this is a great expansion because it was so different than anything else we've ever seen out of Bungie, to include Edge of Fate. That kind of stuff tickles my brain in a good way. And on top of that fact, being a massive Star Wars fan, I thoroughly enjoyed not only the subtle nods, but the literally overarching hilarious like mixture of Star Wars and Destiny. I genuinely thought it was done really well, and it made you enjoy like running the Lawless Frontier, made you enjoy running the campaign, the Praxic mission, the dungeon. All that mixture was so good. But yeah, I had a really weird experience because I was just trying to like understand it, and then I had to slam through it. And then once I had a breath, I went back and started, taking my time, doing more research and understanding it. But yeah, I genuinely think it's great. I would put it in definitely top 5, if not top 3. And I would say that it's simply because it's so drastically different than, and who knew Bungie was still innovating, right? Like mind blowing, but they are. And that's why I like it. I know I'm probably a unique subset. Some people will agree, some people might not, but that is my take.
All right, I want Luke to give his next because I feel like I'm going to soften some of the blows.
I'm happy that you enjoyed it. I came from a similar back. Not I wasn't on vacation, but like whenever it released, I was like in the midst of. Just to give you a little background about myself. I'm a full-time filmmaker, so I have 2 companies. I do weddings in one company, and the other company does content for businesses. So
Nice.
pretty much constantly filming or editing something, or vice versa. But at the end of the year, it's usually like super like crackdown mode. We usually have so much backlog to get done. So this came out at like the worst possible time where I don't think I played it for. I think I was telling Aki in Discord like I think it might have been like 4 days I had before I even touched it, almost to reset that I had even turned the game on, which wasn't a good start for me because I've never done that before. But I mean, I had to do my job, right? I can't not get paid, so I was just being responsible.
Family first, and
yeah, family. Like there's a lot
paying for stuff as part of your family.
Exactly. I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. Like my life's a little hectic right now, like in that aspect. So, my video game time is a little bit in the it's on the back burner. But oh, man, honestly, I was really worried that Renegades was gonna feel like Star Wars, but like tacked onto Destiny. So like it wasn't gonna feel like Destiny's story. It was gonna feel like them just taking Star Wars themes and throwing it in there just for the heck of it because it was a combo. Which I think there's literally 2 people. Like there's 2 opinions. Like Bound's opinion where it was like awesome and that was really fun for him, and then my opinion where I felt like completely out of the Destiny world. Like when I played that campaign, like it was cool, but I was like, this is just like this is from Star Wars. This is Star Wars. This is Star Wars. This is Star Wars. Like this isn't Destiny. This is just Star Wars. Which I remember I said on the podcast before. Like was the main thing I was worried. Like when I saw the collab, I'm like, great. This is just gonna be like it's just gonna be like Star Wars for a season, and then we're gonna go back to what Destiny feels like. And that is what it felt like personally for me. So I didn't really enjoy the campaign. It made sense to me in some sorts of way, but I could have cared less. First one, I've cared less about the story. We got our emo, whatever, the dude with the deep voice. I don't even remember his name. That's how much. That's how much it connected. to me.
Dredgen
Don't-
Sale.
Yeah,
Dredgen
there you
Sale.
go.
Dredgen Bale, put some love on that name because it's
Bale,
my
that's right,
homie
Bale. Yeah,
Alex
Dredgen
Lee,
Bale.
the
Yeah, it's Alex
god
Lee,
of
bro.
solo
Come on.
leveling.
Yeah.
His voice.
Literally, oh, Demon
Dredgen
Slayer.
Sale was his
he's-
mentor. Dredgen Bale is
Yeah.
the emo kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What emo? A little bit.
Bro, he did
It's a
so
little
good.
bit.
Genuinely so good with that voice.
But I
Anyway,
mean-
continue.
He
but I
seemed
mean,
emo to me. But
To be fair,
Oh, he was absolutely emo. Did you watch Star Wars? I mean, it was a
To be
Kylo
fair-
Ren character. It's
Kylo
exactly who he
Ren,
was.
all it was.
Yeah.
to be fair, like the beats of the campaign by the end of it pretty much line up with the what ninth, what is it? No, 10th and 11th movies almost succinctly, and
Yeah.
that's both crazy to think about that you could literally replace the Drifter with Han Solo and Dredgen Bale with Kylo Ren,
Mhm.
but that's literally what it was. But with that, in my mind, unique Destiny spin on it. Also, I'm a big fanboy of Alex Lee, so I was excited about that.
Yeah.
And a big
I love
fanboy,
Alex Lee.
like Drifter's
I
my guy.
wish they wouldn't have taken from the new trilogy. Like keep it to the older trilogy, because I mean, there's some things I like about Kylo Ren. There's other things that I don't like about Kylo Ren, and I feel like they leaned into some of the worst parts of it. Like, it was just so clear. Like the temper tantrum he throws at the end of the first mission, where he just slashes that guy with his practice blade. Like, come on, man, come on. Ugh.
Yeah, I feel that, and I like I said, the problem for me is I love Star Wars. I mean, my name's Luke, so like obviously I love Star Wars. My whole life was being told, "Luke, I'm your father." Not anymore because it's old, but when I was a kid, that's all people said to me because it re-released in the '90s or whatever when I was little.
Mhm.
The first, or not the first three, but you know which ones. And then I just like that so much that I don't like them combined. It makes sense because it's space and this and that, but like I feel like Destiny and Bungie are so good at creating like stories from scratch in their own
Mhm.
realm that they didn't really need Star Wars to give them inspiration to do a whole entire DLC. Now I'm glad it probably made them money and a lot of people liked it, and I'm glad like Bound and Aki, I know you guys liked it. But overall, like thematically, I'm not. I could care less. I don't care. Like I just want to go back to like what Destiny feels like to me. But then on the inside of what it is, like I hate Lawless Frontiers. I do think they are innovative in some ways, but I think that I think it's just the way that I play the game. I don't really want to go in and do the exact same thing. I mean, I guess I've been doing the exact same thing in Destiny for 10 years, so maybe that's part of my problem. I'm a little jaded
Sure.
when it comes to what I'm actually doing in the game. But the Lawless Frontier themselves, like going in, the abilities are cool. Like I like the abilities, but essentially I just use the walker guy and just zap everything the entire time, anyways. Which kind
It's
of
funny.
takes
I don't
away
even
from the
have that
creativity.
unlocked yet. I don't even have that
Yeah.
unlocked yet. I've been using other stuff and having a blast.
I haven't used anything other than that, and I don't know. I just I think it's still the problem for me is like Final Shape happened, and this all goes back to like Final Shape happened, and I just don't think that D2 should have continued. I think that it should have just been done, and then we started fresh with a new game. So like I'm still on the back end of those feelings of that storyline and what
Sure.
we did, and now I feel like we're just like doing crap. I know that there's this whole entire thing with like the 9 and like it's all gonna lead to this thing, and we have to get, but it just like feels so daunting to me and so tired, in my opinion. I know this is like not how I usually talk. Usually I'm like, this is the best thing ever, and I had so much fun. But I like literally, it's hard for me to want to turn the game on and play it because I don't really care about like all the things I can upgrade. I know there's a lot of things they changed, and it's cool because there's a lot of stuff that I had to like look YouTube videos up on. Like I didn't even know like there was like parts of the Praxic Blade I could buy at like from this vendor who just shows up randomly next to that one
Mhm.
Jedi girl.
A little
whatever.
junk vendor or whatever.
That was the
Yeah.
thing I
Yeah.
focused in on first because I was so mad. It took me, I don't know how many credits to get the dang thing. But that was like literally the first thing because once I read it, I was like, oh yeah, this is probably one of the best parts. And I was like, I have to have that.
Yeah.
And I dumped everything I had, and I was still broke because I hadn't even finished the little after mission to do all the things on Lawless Frontier. So I had like 3,000 credits to my name. I kept dumping those whenever I had them. Ugh.
Yeah.
You don't want to know how many it took me.
Oh God.
Yeah. I'm also a
Not
completionist.
many.
In Destiny Bound, I have every seal. So like my own like that's like the main reason I play it. I just like to get the new seals that come out, which isn't really that much fun. But once you've done them all, it's like I spent this many hours doing it. I probably should keep finishing them. and it's rewarding for me. But this one, like for this specific seal, is like pretty grindy and like intensely grindy in some ways that where it's like, oh, this isn't fun to do.
More than Edge of Fate?
It's probably right on. I hated Edge of Fate seal. That was like
Yeah.
one of my least favorite seals
Me
I've
too.
ever done. That's why like I was pretty mad that they made this seal just as long. It's not going to be as long. The longest part for me is like actually leveling up each of the syndicates to level 5 and then 1 to 6. But the thing is, a week ago, before I'm in the same boat, I didn't get to play as much. I was playing like a day and then not a day, and all my friends had smashed through. Like all my friends are content creators, they smashed through everything like within the first week, and then it's like they're back on Warframe or whatever game they're playing, and
Warframe.
I'm like, okay, what's going on in here? Does anyone want to play? Crickets. Aki always wants to play, so I can always count on him. And
I'm always
now in his-
down. Yeah,
and
always.
I'm in his clan now, which is helpful. So we
Yeah,
have some
yeah.
gamers in there. But I was like you, Bound. I was like trying to figure everything out, and I'm like trying to speed rush through everything because I'm like I'm so far behind, and I think that was part of my problem. Because this week and last week I was in a different mindset. I played a bunch this week, and I feel a lot better about like it makes a lot more sense. A lot of the stuff I was going way too fast at the beginning when I started playing. Now I'm like, okay, I can see what they're doing with Lawless Frontiers. I can see what they're doing, but this is the last thing I'll say, and then I'll let you talk because I'm like talking forever right now. But because it goes far. Another part is like I think that me as a gamer right now, like in my current state of life, and you guys chat can roast me, comments can roast me, but I really enjoyed Destiny when it was a little bit more of a simpler version of a game where there wasn't as many things and this and that and layers, which I know people love, and I think I'm just in a weird stage where I can't like let my mind get there. There's just so many things I feel like I got to learn every season that I'm like, gosh, I used to just like get weapons and shoot people with them. Like I didn't have to know like my tier 5 is my tier is any of these 17 things that I don't know how they work the right tier 5 item on this, and then are they the right ones here, and then I got to look up a YouTube video, then I had to ask my 5 friends, are any of these things good? And then whenever I run with someone good, they're like, what the heck is on? I'm like, I don't know what I'm wearing. I'm just this was from 2 seasons ago when someone else told me it was good. That's where I am currently in my Destiny world. So maybe I'm just having a Destiny existential crisis.
No. You know what that's called, Mr. Luke?
What? Yeah.
It's called getting old.
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
getting
that's
old,
what
bro.
it is. I'm getting old.
You're getting
I
old,
just-
my dude.
I just turned 33.
You didn't have to
so
wait for the comments. I got the roast right here because I'm also
I'm
old,
getting.
so I get it.
I'm an unk, and
Unk.
games are getting hard. So there's something wrong
Yeah,
with me.
No, so
All right,
I'll say
Aki,
my
you
piece.
tell me your opinion. You tell me.
I
your
feel
opinion.
like I'm somewhere in between the two of you because, like, for me, I enjoyed the story. I thought the story was really good. I especially really liked Drifters Goes Blue. I thought that was fantastic. I really liked her characterization. That was a lot of fun. I thought the story was fun. It was a lot of neat story beats. I had the unique opportunity to play with my daughter, who hasn't watched Star Wars yet. I'm a bad dad, but I understood all the references. She didn't. She still enjoyed, like, she genuinely enjoyed the game independently, not knowing really any of the references or any of the source material. Like, she enjoyed the game. She thought it was a lot of fun. She puts it up there in like her top 3 expansions, which I think says a lot. It's interesting, the juxtaposition of if you are a Star Wars fan or if you're not a Star Wars fan. Because like I said, there were certain things that I don't like that they pulled from. Like I didn't like that they made Dredge and Bale basically Kylo Ren. Like because Kylo Ren is like one of my least favorite Star Wars characters. I didn't like him. He's basically just a petulant child. And if you're gonna make a petulant child a villain, like that just it doesn't play well for me. But that's and again that's just my own personal opinion. But the thing that I did not like about the campaign, I liked a lot of things about the campaign. The thing I didn't like about it was it felt like a ton of errand running. We were doing the Lawless Frontier missions to tell the story. We weren't actually really playing a campaign. We were just doing the Lawless Frontier. And I did not like that because then when I was done with the campaign and it's like, oh, by the way, now to grind these things, you have to go do the stuff that you did in the campaign over and over and over again. I'm like, but I just did that over and over. And
I'm
over
so
and over
with
again.
you,
It's like,
bro. I
like
resonate
that-
with that deeply.
that did not it didn't feel good because this is an expansion, right? We have the destination we have is basically the hub, the Tharsis outpost, and then we get a little bit of Venus, and then the rest is on Europa and Mars, which we already had some of Mars with the Savathun's throne world, right, and all that. So just portions of those didn't feel very good. It feels very cobbled together. And the things that I have noticed and some of the sentiment online, some of the comments that I've read, is you can tell that when the final shape concluded, there hasn't been a good cohesive vision about what's happening next and where we're going. It feels like we were supposed to be headed out of the solar system, but now suddenly we're back in the solar system.
Now we're
and now
back
we're focused
doing
on
random
we're
stuff.
focused on old Chicago. Like, why are we suddenly focused on old Chicago when we're supposed to be talking about the 9? It feels like there's like 4 different things that could possibly happen, or 4 different directions that they want to go, and there's no cohesive like this is where we're headed, because it feels like they've told the story they wanted to tell, and now they're trying to figure out what they want to do next, which is okay. But that kind of ties into the, not necessarily the next point, but another point that we have. There's no roadmap. There's no what's coming next. We don't know. Like, where do we go from here?
I do agree with that. My biggest complaints, so it's almost quite similar to Lightfall, in the sense that Lightfall brought a lot of positive changes to the game itself, and it brought a fantastic subclass, but the campaign was kind of meh at times, and felt short, felt odd.
The campaign was basically a Strand tutorial, which is okay.
Yeah. But with the campaign, I was like, okay, the story is to me genuinely cool, but after Edge of Fate, we took a literal mile, a leap ahead into where we're supposed to be going within the Destiny universe. And then with Renegades, we took like a half-inch step, and we learned about another person that works essentially for the 9. That's another big bad. And we didn't even wipe him off the map. He's still in play, essentially.
Well, we wiped part of him off the map.
Part of him off the map, but he's still sort of in play, much like 2 other bad guys that are still technically sort of in play. One
what is it with Destiny and not being able to kill bad guys?
You wonder where like they're trying to do. If anyone else watches a lot of Doctor Who, I watch a lot of Doctor Who.
Oh,
and
that's a good point.
Where I'm going, like, there was a writer, Russell T Davies, on Doctor Who, and he would write a story, and then years later, somehow he would make a tie-in that was like from years prior, and your mind would just be blown away. And it feels like they're trying to make those attempts with like laying these little things all over the place and then like running away from them and like, shh, don't talk about it. Don't talk about that
Kinda
one.
Like Oda and One Piece. One Piece is very similar. You've got a 30-year arc basically at this point, and there's stuff that's coming out now that's like, whoa, that happened way back. What? Like,
yeah.
But
they're not doing it well enough. They're genuinely not doing it well enough. It was an inch after we took a mile, and I do agree with Bearded Luke. I actually wrote a concept story for Destiny 3, or like a Destiny sequel that would push into a proper live service on Unreal Engine. I wrote the concept. I had some art for it. I like wrote the whole thing. And then I also did a talk with James. He actually wrote a prequel. So if Destiny 2 were to end, he wrote a concept for an entire prequel set during the Rise of Iron and before, and a little bit of the Dredgen stuff.
Oh, we got Destiny Rising. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I love Destiny Rising. It is very weird. If they put down the gacha and play a bit more Destiny, it would be better. But that's a separate podcast for that one.
Yeah, that's a
I do
whole
love
other-
Destiny
that's a whole-
Rising, but it's a separate discussion. But yeah, you guys are right. The campaign, it took an inch after we took a whole mile, and it didn't quite do enough to progress the story. It was very cool for those of us that liked
the story.
it.
Don't get me wrong. Like, the story that they told, I thought it was pretty cool. Like I
Yeah.
said, there were elements of it that I didn't like. It was just how they told the story.
Yep.
Because if we look back in previous campaigns, you look at all-time greats like Final Shape, like Witch Queen. You look at some of these amazing, incredible set pieces. Even the Red War, you weren't playing the seasonal activity to tell the story, which is what they did in this expansion. And it didn't feel good. But I liked the story. I liked the story that they told. I thought narratively it was very good. I just didn't enjoy the gameplay loop.
Yep. And I think part of the reason they did that is this combat of the player base, specifically new and returning players who they're trying to get back into the game. I feel like whoever inserted the Lawless Frontier tutorials into the campaign did so with good intentions, because they were so worried that newer returning players would not know how to start it, do it, run it, where to go, like, why are we doing it? They'd be so lost in trying to understand the key fundamentals of this activity. And it was it was essentially hand-holding when there didn't really need to be hand holding. They could have done like a cursory glance at it and then let us go, but they didn't. And yeah, that's what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
one really good thing that I think we all can say we loved a lot is that they brought lightsabers into
Oh
Destiny.
my gosh, dude.
Yes.
The Praxic Blade. Yeah. I think we
Praxic
can
Blade.
universally agree on this. Like it's
What
so
do you guys
fun.
think? Yeah, tell me
Oh,
about
man.
the Praxic Blade, the mission, the like. There's like you can get all the components from leveling up stuff, your different syndicates. There's
Mhm.
parts you can get from the dungeon. Like there's a lot
Yeah.
with the Praxic Blade that I didn't realize was gonna be in it, and it's one of my favorite things. Actually, my problem actually with it is I just got like this good stuff on it, so it felt very underwhelming in like end game content until I got the catalysts and
You do have
unlocked
to spend some time with
and
it and
unlock
unlocking the things.
unlocked the last like that I can't remember what it's called, but it's on the artifact that puts that like crazy spinny thing around you. You
Mhm.
guys know
The
what I'm talking about?
kinetic, whatever. It's a kinetic thing. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. No, I'm gonna basically agree with Brown. I'm gonna let Brown speak since he's the guest, but it's 10 out of 10. Dude, I love it. It makes me feel like a kid. Makes me feel like I'm playing Jedi Academy or one of the old school Star Wars games in Destiny, which is a good thing. In this instance, it's a very good thing. It's a lot of fun. It feeds into that power fantasy, which is what Destiny's all about. It's a lot of fun.
100% agree. Phenomenal. 10 out of 10. No notes. Uh, for me, it was everything that I was expecting the weapon to be, as not only an ode to the lightsaber, but it also, like you said, once you unlock everything, it literally solos any content if the boss is in a 10-meter range. Like, it's crazy how good it is. And then it's also empowered by the artifact. My only
Mhm.
concern, similar to the expansion itself and the campaign, is how is it going to hold up once the artifact goes away? But for
It
now,
won't.
while we're still in the season, like, it is an absolutely phenomenal addition. It's so much fun. My mind was blown again that they innovated and put a sword in the primary slot. I legitimately thought they were
Which
not
is
going to
pretty
do
wild.
this, and they did it. And they made it functional, useful. Um, the the only issue will be is it going to end up getting nerfed and or lose much of its benefits once the artifact goes away, or will it still be overpowered and then need a nerf come the next season or the next artifact drop? That's my biggest concern. But overall, right now, like literally, uh, I'm finishing up my solo flawless for Praxic, the seal, and it's stupid how good this thing is on all three
Mhm.
characters. Honestly, on all three characters, it's great. But I'm doing it on Warlock now, and it's absolutely busted, and I love it so much.
I'm waiting for someone to take the Sammy Cat approach and instead of an all bow run, be like the Praxic Blade, a glaive, and a sword. You know what I'm saying? And go through and
Nice.
do solo dungeons. You know, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for somebody to come with a build and do that because I'm sure somebody out there is going to figure it out and do it, which would be wild.
You could technically
Yeah.
do it with the glaive for Equilibrium. I know this because part of the thing that I try to teach newer players is about positioning, and if they're not the best aim, the glaives have shockingly generous aim assist despite whatever numbers they actually have on it. They're pretty good,
Mhm.
and you can block, especially if you're on Titan with like a stronghold setup
Mhm.
or some other setup that has the Swordmaster armor. You can block and then shoot the tickle fingers of not Palpatine, final boss Seer in
Yeah,
Equilibrium,
not Palpatine.
not
Not
Palpatine,
Palpatine. That's right.
Seer with the glaive, and then have a sword on top and a sword on bottom for mobility. Like, you can definitely do it.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting. Be interesting. I'm sure
Yeah.
somebody will come up with it. Anyway, Luke, what's
Yeah.
your thoughts?
I was just gonna say if they're gonna make me play a Star Wars Destiny game, it better have a good lightsaber like gameplay, and it does. It feels great. It feels actually reminds me of when I was playing what's the one? What's it called? The whatever Jedi game with the dude with the red hair. I can't remember what it's called. Why do I not remember the
Oh,
name?
Fallen Order. Is it Fallen
Fallen
Order?
Order,
Mhm.
whatever
Yeah.
it's called. That game, I played that whole game. It was super fun, and it felt kind of like that gameplay, and I remember that being fun. I really like it, and I see a lot of people with lightsabers on. Like when I mainly play the game with like LFG or in like matchmaking, like everybody's running the sword, so or the lightsaber praxic, whatever you want to call it, and it's fun. I think it's cool. I just I just did the mission the second time. Me and Nick and someone else from the clan Aki did it the other night to get the catalyst, and they were like switch it. They were like, "Oh, you guys want to switch?" And they're like, "We have plenty of time." Blah blah blah. Sure enough, we didn't have plenty of time, and we didn't. We just wasted 25 minutes and didn't get it. And I had to go to bed because it was like 1:30. I went to
No.
I went to bed so mad. I was like, I really wanted to get the catalyst, which is a good thing because then it made me want to play Destiny the next day. So then I got the catalyst. Me and Pork did it.
Oh, there you
Two
go.
nights
Yeah, yeah.
ago. So I've
Nice.
got the catalyst. Now I can actually get different. I was able to. Bungie was nice enough to give us some silver because
Sure.
we're D2 creators. So I used some of that on two of the colors. I got the white one and like the gradient one.
Quick note on that. I do appreciate they could have monetized the crap out of the colors of the lightsabers. They did not. They tied most of the colors are available if you just grind
It's
for them.
true.
I think there's only 2 through Eververse. 2, 3,
Three.
maybe?
There's
Three.
a white one,
Yeah.
a gradient one, and a purple one.
Yeah, and that's
Bought two
that's
of
it.
them with hilts
Which
that are
is-
sweet looking.
Again, very very cool. Like, yeah, there's obviously other elements that are, if you really want to get into your cosmetics, you want to customize it, you can absolutely customize it. But I appreciate that the wide variety of your standard lightsaber colors are available just by playing the game and grinding and unlocking, which is that's a
Yeah.
W move.
I don't hold
which-
it against anyone who swiped the card though, because if I hadn't been given silver, I probably would have bought all 3 colors, at least 2. I wasn't a big fan. Like, well, now I take that back. I love the white. I wasn't a fan of the hilt. I thought it looked a little too Hive meets Jedi, but the other 2, I freaking or the bluish hilt one that looks more like a sword. I was like, eh. But the other 2, I would have swiped the card immediately had I not been gifted silver. So shout out to Bungie for that one.
I used my gifted silver on the Mandalorian outfit because
Fair.
I got the dark blade. I got the dark blade on my first run of Equilibrium, so I had to match it.
This
That's
guy,
awesome.
this freaking guy. Of course
Yeah, I
he
had
did.
to
Of
throw
course
that
he
in there
did.
a little bit. It's all good. It's all good.
Well,
We're not gonna talk about how many
speaking of that stuff, that's a good transition into the weapons that
Yeah.
came
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
which I don't have as much opinions on because I'm kind of in the dude. I'm gonna be real. Like when new stuff comes out in Destiny, because it comes out so often, I don't
Mhm.
use any of it, which is the point
Sure.
of the game, right? Play with the new weapons. I've tested some of them, but I have really not put like a ton of time into the new stuff other than the Praxic blade. So I don't have an opinion really, other than they look like Star Wars weapons.
Sure.
Like OPU. But what do you guys
This is
think?
one area that I think Bungie did a really good job innovating because so often people are like, oh, I wish they do a new class or a new blah blah or new this or new that. We have an entirely new weapon subclass that is generated by this heat mechanic. So you can fire your weapon until it overheats, basically. Which, if you manage your heat correctly, you never have to reload. The reloading is literally just cooling the weapon off. So it's a really neat spin on your traditional weapon trope, and I like it. I think it's good. There's lots of cool rolls. I forget what the hand cannon is called off the top of my head, but it's a little overpowered right now. I expect that'll probably get tuned a little bit, but I really like the sniper, the Mandalorian sniper that came, the refurbished A499. I've been using the crap out of that. I've got a pretty good roll on it, and I love it. It's really good for boss damage.
The uncivil discourse is
That's it.
Is the
Yep.
pistol.
It's very uncivil, bro. Listen, when I was grinding for that red saber crystal, I was so mad at that hand cannon. I was so mad, bro. It would like
How do you
one
get
shot me.
How do you get the red one again? By the way, is it just
Doing
invasion?
invasions. It's just invasions.
Yeah, I
Whether
did,
it's
like-
successful or not. But yeah.
Did that unlock the ability to get it after you finish the not the catalyst but the quest for the Praxi blade? Because I think I did like 30 invasions before I finished the quest, and I'm assuming that I couldn't unlock them until I finished that. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like you get the blue lightsaber.
You can get it on your first invasion. I've
Yep.
seen people get it very quick.
Really?
At
I'm
any
just
It
time.
took
unlucky.
me way too many. It took me way too many.
Well, I've done like
it was
30
a lot.
something of them.
I had the triumph well completed before I got it. Put it that way. I was not happy. I was grumpy. The worst is when you get the
Grumpy
double cross.
boy.
I hate the double cross. Oh man, I wish I could opt out of that. I would rather just invade people every time and not.
Oh, where
have a
it's
double cross.
one-on-one.
Yeah, I hate that because I'm
That
old
one-
man gamer. I'm bad.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
I don't want to do it.
that's the one I like the most because there's usually just like not a good player in there, and I'm like, oh,
I
screw
learned
it.
that I can do the little revitalize and I can just thunder crash the crap out of them and then I'm good. So then once I learned that, I'm like, whatever, summon your walker. I don't care. I'm gonna thunder crash your walker and blow you up.
I kept playing against this guy that couldn't get the walker to come. It kept getting stuck above the dome, knocking me up, bro.
So funny story.
man.
I missed whatever details they put out about that addition to the invasions. I had no idea that that was in game. And when I finally had an opportunity after contest was done to start doing those, I was like, what the frick is this crap? I'm getting Nova bombed 2 seconds into the thing, and then there's a walker, and then I got so freaking lucky. I learned to steal people's crap, so I would eager or like speed strand movement over to them, or like do whatever I had to get over to them because I knew they were going to drop their own walker, and I'd steal it from them, and then I just wipe the
That's
floor with them.
Kill him with it.
But if I don't
Amazing.
make it there, or if it's one of the larger maps for those one-on-ones, like, dude, I was so mad for the longest time because I was like, as a returning, essentially, I only took a 2-week break. Bungie, why am I getting crucified here? Like, what the heck? But yeah,
right.
it was rough at first. Now it's gotten a lot better. But that initial, dude, I ask James, ask anybody in my Discord. I was big mad because I was like, what is this crap? And I had no idea. But now it's gotten a lot better. For weapons, I'm about split between Luke and Aki. I absolutely love the Star Wars-esque, the feel of all the weapons. I think they all look phenomenal. I also hate reloading, aggressively hate reloading. So the new mechanic of the overheat, because if you hit that nice little sweet spot, you get the speed deheat on your weapon, and then you're right back at it. And then there are setups to essentially shoot forever. There's like 2 on Titan that I know of that are just incredible, that you basically, it's like sweet business with the chest piece. Like you just go forever. Adamantium War Rig or whatever, Adamantium or War Rig or whatever it is. But it's phenomenal. I will say, similar to Luke though, I have not touched as many. I use the Compact Defender and I use the Uncivil Discourse a ton because obviously I'm using the Praxic Blade in the top slot. If I'm not using Wolfsbane, I'm using the Praxic Blade in the top slot. So that kind of leaves me with only a few choices when it comes to the expansion Star Wars based weapons. And it's going to be Compact Defender or Uncivil Discourse. They're phenomenal. I know there are other weapons. The Dungeons Exotics dog water though, that's depressing as all heck.
Haven't gotten it to drop yet.
Yeah, I've only done dungeon once.
I got the Dark Blade on my first drop, so I can't gripe. You know, like
I cleared contest, and that's the gift of that, in addition to the cool emblem, is you get the exotic 1-for-1 first drop. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I'm hoping like some other people that have way more time than me do some more research into this weapon, because it kind of feels like how bows felt bad a few years ago until they got a lot of buffs and changes made to them. That's how it's it's just not good. And which is crazy when you look at the dungeon weapons, and every single one of them is phenomenal. And you're like, the replayability for every other weapon in the dungeon is so high. If that exotic had been a knock out of the park, you'd just be maining. I'm still kind of maining the dungeon most of my gameplays, but more people would just be maining the dungeon to get perfect god rolls of every single one, because everything but the exotic out of that dungeon is chef's kiss perfect. It's crazy to me.
My number one gripe with the raid and dungeon team is 90% of raids and dungeons, the weapons are fantastic. You can grind, you can get good rolls, and it's really cool. The exotic, dog water.
It's so
Throw it in the
weird how
trash.
that works. It's so
crazy.
weird.
Like, why would you have this be the pinnacle activity and the thing to chase? The one time everybody wanted Vex Mythoclast. Otherwise, it's just like, whatever.
Yeah. Vex is probably like, shout out if you know another exotic that is good that drops from a raid or a dungeon. But honestly, it's
Necrocosm had its
Vex.
day, but beyond that, like,
Microcosms
Touch
from
Mouse
the
was good at a
Microcosms with the
not in
story.
P2.
no, Necrochasm.
Oh, Necrocosm. I don't really like.
It's fun in PvP.
Finality's Augur and Vex. That's it, to me.
Ooh, Anarchy, but Anarchy's not in the game anymore.
Yeah,
that would,
you
that
could
would
buy
be-
you
that
could
would be
buy
the
that.
concern.
Nobody knows that we
Yeah, you
had.
can buy Anarchy.
Nobody knows that we had to
man.
grind and do the racetrack and
I
dodge
just feel
insane
like that old,
bombs.
like that old war gif where I just like, oh man, take it.
God,
It's
I
exactly
miss-
that. Oh man,
I
I
missed
wish
that
they'd bring-
raid.
Oh,
That
too.
was a
That
good
one-
raid.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Bungie,
it back.
listen, you need to bring all that. Bring Leviathan back. Bring all the stuff. I don't care if it was crap. If you think it was crap. If we have nostalgia glasses, I just want to experience it again, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that was
anyway.
That
Bring
was a
back
good
a
one.
Red War campaign. Let's just do that too while we're at it.
Yeah,
can't.
Yeah, just bring it all back. Bring back all the stuff we paid
It was
for.
good. I thought it was good personally.
They legitimately can't. I don't know if you've read all the discourse about the trial, but
No, I did. I saw that. Yeah.
They literally
real
can't.
quick side roll. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's all like old engine stuff, so they'd have to spend the dev time recreating it or whatever. But it's like Red War was a better intro to Destiny 2 than any of the New Light stuff that they have right now. Because right now there is no, and that's again a whole separate podcast.
Yeah.
The New Light experience in Destiny 2 is crap. But that's why we have communities like Bounds, like mine, like we. If you are new to Destiny, if you're listening to this podcast, go look us up. We will help you.
couldn't agree more.
All right, sorry. Sidebar.
That's why they don't make it good. They're like, we got people that do it for us for free. So we'll just have them do it.
Killing
We'll
me.
give them some emblems to give away and stuff, and
right.
they'll keep helping people.
Honestly.
just
No,
kidding.
Dungeon's very good. Dungeon's very
Yeah,
very
let's talk
good.
about the dungeon. I know we have on here talk about endgame.
We
so
kind of
let's-
talked
let's-
about it. We
let's
kind of
connect
talked
those
about it a little
two because it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like let's talk about endgame for a second
Yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
worried about it. What is the end game right now?
Epic-
if you
Epic
guys were
Desert
gonna, if you were
Perpetual.
going to tell me it's still the same thing that it was.
Well, I mean, because they
before.
didn't release a raid with this expansion, right? So all we
Yeah.
have is the dungeon, and then. Oh, I don't want to talk about the future Destiny right now because it's going to get depressed.
Yeah.
All we have right now is a dungeon and Epic Desert Perpetual, and I
Yeah.
still run regular Desert Perpetual. I
And
still
the power
there's still
grind.
people out there that are
You
trying to
wanna
lead it.
count that?
The power grind's way better. They fixed
Way
it.
easier,
I am
bro.
super happy. Wherever the balance that they struck with the power grind is very good right now. This is what it should have been when Edge of Fate dropped.
Yes.
And
yes.
that was my biggest gripe with Edge of Fate was the power grind was abysmal. It's fantastic now.
Yes.
Perfect.
Bro, I went from like 4.
I went from 380 to 515 in the past
this
month.
fast. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
like,
and
boom.
in the last 2 weeks, I went up like 70 something levels. That was not that. Whenever the 100 levels I went up in Edge of Fate, it was like I've never grinded more in my life to get 70 levels, and it wasn't even the max power.
Yeah,
It was like to get to 400,
dude,
was
it
like
was it was
putting
rough.
blood, sweat, and tears in. Yeah,
rough.
end game. I think. I don't know, dude. The future is not. We are not trying to be doom and gloom here, but like the future of Destiny is so up in the air. Like even before, I think these two expansions, like even during the expansions, I'm still thinking like, like this is fun and stuff. But what do we about? Like, what's the point here? Where are we going with all this?
Well, and
stuff?
again, I think it just has to do with there is clearly no one directly at the helm, and this has been expansion by committee up to this point. So I'm hoping that we get a firmer direction and where we're headed in the future, because it is a live service game, and a live service game needs to go direction. But for the end game right now, there is Equilibrium. It's a lot of fun. I think, in my opinion, top 3 dungeons that they've released.
Mhm.
In my opinion, I don't know where it ranks
Yeah.
in the top 3 because I want to spend more time thinking about that. But in my opinion, it's top 3. Just the overall experience, the replayability of it, the discovery, the fact that there's Catalyst for the Praxic Blade tied into it. There's all sorts of stuff to really love about this dungeon, and just the oh man, that second boss, the aura farming entrance that he has. Oh man, bro. Anyway, I don't want to yap too much because I know we're running a little over. So, Bound, go ahead.
I couldn't agree more. I loved Equilibrium, cleared the contest, working on finishing up the solo flawless. I've been damage testing all for like the past 10 days, figuring out which one I want to do it, how I want to do it, and it's been such a blast. I will say this, which is extremely unique to not only the dungeon, but the current state of the game. All 3 classes, for the first time in at least 2 years or more, but possibly all of Destiny 2 history, all 3 classes have viable setups to solo flawless this dungeon. And
Correct.
that has never been said before, been done before. I was doing it on Hunter. I loved it. I keep making the tiniest mistakes on my damage rotation for final boss. Otherwise, I would have had that done last week. But then I switched back to Warlock after not liking the silly controversy cheese. Like I could do it, but I don't want to because it would take
You
way
don't wanna
too.
be
It's really
John
luck
Chunk.
based. It's luck based, honestly. If you get the chunk, perfect. It's a 1 phase, but if you don't get the chunk, you could get smacked at any point and then you're done. No. And then the bonk, a similar situation, very very good. Highly recommend the bonk for solo flawless. Like all 3 classes for once have setups and builds to perfectly solo flawless this dungeon, and it doesn't feel too bad. It feels quite fun to do it. So that's rare, and I like that part. I also like the nods to from Destiny to Star Wars, Haro being Darth Maul, uh Seer being Emperor Palpatine, the opening encounter being the speed racing uh uh through the Ewok forest is hilarious and kind of fun. Like
Yeah.
I like that whole vibe. Um that, again, the only downside to the entire thing, and the armor's fantastic. Sage is really, really good. Very, very good if you like sword builds. So again, the only downside to the dungeon is the exotic. Everything else, 10 out of 10, no notes. They did it really good. Like, it's super fun, whether you're a solo player or you like to play with your friends. The feats, I mean, just call it.
It depends on how you feel about the feat system, honestly. I think it really does.
Yeah.
It depends. If you like the feat system, you're gonna be happy they're there. You don't
Yeah.
like the feat system, you'll probably be pissed.
The funny
It
thing
is what it
about
is.
it is 4 feet on the dungeon, like with the extra challenges, basically is the equivalent to master under the old system. And then you just have to change a mechanic for each encounter. That's it. It doesn't genuinely feel all that much harder than the base version of the dungeon. But then you suddenly
It
turn
really
on
wasn't.
Cutthroat and you got to be perfect and it's got to be cranked to 11. You know, and I was talking with other people. I was like, hey, why is this in the seal, but it doesn't count towards the seal for doing all 5 feet active? Not talking about whatever plus and minus system they got for the feet system. I'm talking about turning on all 5, including Cutthroat. And they're like, don't do it. It's the worst possible experience of your life.
It's too hard. They're not going
It's-
to put one
Did
in
they-
there. It's too hard to finish. for
Did they
most
hit
people.
you with the sorry, Star
Like-
Wars reference? There we go. Okay, we got one in.
Like, I don't, and this is something that's bugged me about the recent change up with the seals. And I think maybe Luke will agree with me. I don't know, but I don't like that they put things in the seal section and then they put in the silly little blue italics. This does not count towards the
Yeah, that
seal.
doesn't count.
Why
Why
is
is
it
that in
in
there?
the seal?
Put
If
that
it
in the
do-
other place.
Put it in the
Where
other.
it used to be.
Yeah, because the rest of us,
And just the regular old triumphs or whatever. They
yeah,
call it.
in the
Triumph.
Legends
We don't need it
tab,
in the seal. It's not
whatever.
for the seal.
Us nerds that are completionists know where to go. We'll go there to look for it, and we'll go and get it if we want it.
What
But
these
putting
guys
in
are
the
saying is that
seal,
their eye twitches looking at it. Like, "Oh, why can't I?
like I
get
gotta
it?"
do this. Like Bungie,
Oh, I don't, bro. I'm like,
My
it says that I'll do it.
Destiny-tism.
I ain't doing that.
but yeah, I know I'm not doing that one either because if I have people that I respect in the community for their talent and skill telling me that they haven't even done it because it's either a waste of time or too hard, then I know when to say maybe this
No.
isn't for me. Maybe this
Maybe
isn't
we'll
for
back
me.
up a little bit.
But there are
Yeah.
people that have done it that have just slogged and figured out the best way to go about it. But they're like, even they are like, that was a complete waste of my time. Why did I do that?
Oof.
I would have rather just a 4 feet farm for tier 5 armor. You know, like, yeah.
The
Mm.
one time we did it, it was super smooth. That was a lot of fun.
He locked Aki locked in with the bonk hammer. I was like, "Are we gonna do it with the bonk hammer?" He's like, "We're gonna do it with the bonk hammer." And we did no cheesy builds. It was me and James. Was it you, me,
Yeah,
and James?
We did it with Professor
Yeah.
Craig. Yep.
And we are by no means, us three old man millennial gamers, we are by no means the cream of the crop when I'm like 500th or more on clearing contest equilibrium. Like, we're not the captains of the ship, but we were like owning this, and we're like, and we one phased every encounter, I think, except for the first one.
Yeah.
We had like, just like, oh yeah, we got to do it this way. And then we all locked in. And I was running with people that are way better than you and I put together earlier, and they were choking hard. I was like, wait, what's happening? Why are we doing this bad?
Yeah.
And it was just
Yeah, it
lack
was a
of
lot of fun.
communication, but we locked in. It was great. It was so good. 4 feet farms, me and Aki, we got it. We got the W. We'll take
Easy.
Luke through. Too
Easy.
easy.
Yeah,
That's right.
I need to finish the stuff. So yeah, I'll
Gotcha.
hit you
Heck
up.
yeah.
We got you.
Yeah, we need to be friends on this game after this.
That's right.
'cause
Absolutely.
We're not, so
Do it.
so I can announce. I know we're almost at the end, but this is a good time to announce next week's next episode's guest because he is who I did the dungeon with. So our old co-host Maddox is actually going to be on episode 56 in a couple
Whoop, whoop.
weeks, and
Love Maddox.
he ran the dungeon with me. We did it together. He had already soloed Fallsted or whatever, so he knew everything like as the back of his hand. So he ran it with me. It was super fun. It was like the old days. We used to play games all together by ourselves, or all the time by ourselves. So I really thought it was fun. Like, Usually, the last few dungeons, I've just been like, could care less. This one, I could spend some time in there after I do the. Usually, what I do is I do the seal, and then I don't do it ever again. I mean, usually you have to do it a lot when you're doing the seal, but that I do it to the point. I don't do it to the point where I will
He
go
does it
back
to the
and
point
not
of
remember.
burnout, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm
Like,
done."
I won't remember how to do anything because I will do it for so. I will not do it for so long in between. That's how bad it is. But I thought it was super fun. Atmosphere was cool. Um, the mechanic was cool. Like all of it. Honestly, it was like a really good representation of what I think a dungeon should be in Destiny. It was like multiple levels. Like you're like down on the ground and then you go up into a ship and then you go to another ship. Like that's cool to
Mhm.
me. That felt very Destiny-ish. That was like the only thing actually this DLC that I felt like I was in the Destiny world. I wasn't in Star Wars world, which was nice. But
It's kind of funny in
you
a
guys
way.
basically said all the stuff. I think it was fun. I had a good time, and they honestly that was probably the best thing that I've done in Renegades so far. I'm excited to get back into it. I wanted to make sure I did it before we talked about it because I didn't want to be the only one that hadn't finished it because I think I did it like 3 weeks after it came out. Um,
At
but
least you did it. You know what?
I
I'm
did it.
proud of you. I'm
I
proud of you.
did get to finally do it. I just I held Maddox up multiple days where he'd be like, "Are you coming on tonight too?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then I'd be like, "Oh, I'm just kidding. I fell asleep." And then
JK.
eventually I was like, "I'm getting on the internet right now. Are you awake?" Yes. All right, then we did it. So
There
very
you
fun.
go. Nice, nice, nice. That's awesome. All right, so Renegades out of 10. What's your hot take? What's your verdict? Out of 10. If you had to rate it out of 10, what do you think? What do you think Renegades lands? For me, it loses mega points for, like I said, the repetitiveness of doing the actual Lawless Frontier while telling the story. But the story itself is very strong. Really enjoyed the story. So I'm gonna give it a 7.2 out of 10 for me, which is low in Destiny expansions for me. Like it's not low. It's not Shadowkeep low, but it's low.
I'll go next since I'm next to you, and we'll let Bound give us the final.
Yeah, he's thinking. I can
I'm
see he's
gonna give
mulling it
it.
over.
I'm I'm gonna give it a big old fat 5 out of 10. I know that's
Oof.
tough. I know
Yeah,
that's
that's
tough,
tough.
but
That's tough.
this has probably been the least amount of fun I've had playing Destiny in a long, long time.
Sure.
Some of it could just be the season of life I'm in, so that's not Bungie's fault. But
Sure.
also, a lot of it is just I just don't feel like I'm playing the Destiny that I really fell in love with at the moment. So that's probably
It
part of
feels
it's.
like a micro expansion. Like
It
it
feels
really
different.
does.
Yeah,
Which is not. And I understand it is a micro expansion, or it's
yeah,
their new cadence. It just it doesn't have enough meat on it. It feels like a
yeah,
season more than it feels
yeah.
like an actual expansion. I think is my
Yeah,
problem.
and like I always say, like it could be the worst game in the world. I'll still be here playing it, having some
Absolutely.
fun at least. So I'm still here. I'm still gonna be playing it. I'm still gonna be
Still love the
completing all the
game.
stuff.
Still
Still
wish they'd
love it.
bring all the dungeons and raids into the Armor 3.0 system, but that's okay.
Yeah,
That's a separate discussion.
maybe
Just
one
had to
day.
get
Maybe
that
one
little
day.
jab in there.
Yeah, it's a game that it's still got me. So
Yep.
but outside of that, yeah, 5 out of 10 for me. What about you, Bound?
So, and here's the clip, here's the soundbite for all you people at home. With the exception of Jedi Order and Survivor, this has been the best Star Wars game since the Old Republic in Destiny 2. I love Renegades for what it is, and I think I literally like have a little bit of a cheat code because I took that perfect break between the previous expansion and this expansion, and because of that, I basically it felt like I picked up a brand new game, and it was so drastically different from Edge of Fate and Destiny 2 that I played a Star Wars game in
hmm
Destiny 2, and it was fantastic. I do agree it wasn't perfect. I do agree the repeats in the story for Lawless Frontiers was unnecessary, and I can understand where people are coming from if they didn't like the concept of the collab or didn't like Star Wars as much as other people. I get that. But I'm going 7.9 because it was genuinely the best Star Wars experience I've had since the Old Republic.
I do big agree with best Star Wars. It's in my opinion, it's the best Star Wars game since Jedi Academy. Like it's been that long since I feel like we've had a truly great Star Wars experience. Now, full disclosure, I haven't played Fallen Order or its sequel or Jedi Survivor. I haven't played those
What are
games.
you doing?
I need
You
to.
should play
I've
those.
heard I've
Though.
heard
Those are
very
good
good
games,
things.
bro.
I've heard very good things. I want to play them. But that's just where I'm coming from. I big agree with what you said there. Best Star Wars game that we've gotten, but it's in Destiny, so it's a little, when it comes to Destiny, I feel a little bit differently, but it's very very good. All right,
Love
let's
it.
talk really quick
Love it.
about what's happening this week as we look to close
Yeah.
things out. We have a really cool thing happening this week in the Destiny and Bungie universe. Games to Give is about to kick off with the Bungie Foundation, and all three of the creators that you see here on your screen or are listening to are featured creators. So we're going to talk a little bit about what Games to Give is. It's supporting the Bungie Foundation, which supports Make a Wish, all sorts of amazing. There's actually other cool charities and things that are involved within the Bungie Foundation. Bungie Foundation backs a whole bunch of different charities, and I am very, very excited to be able to participate. This is my first time being part of Games to Give. There's going to be all sorts of cool things that we get to give away. I'm putting together a little Destiny RPG. If you want to hear more about that, you can come by my streams this week, and we'll talk a little bit about what that means. But I would love for my block is going to be on Friday, January 16th. It starts at 5 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Pacific. I forget. It's Friday afternoon. If you're at my Friday afternoon stream, you won't miss it. All right. Whoever wants to go next, when do you guys take it?
Well, I'm right after you, so I'll go next
That's
because
right.
my block, and this is also my first official time as being a featured creator for Games to Give. I have previously supported from the shadows as Destiny enjoyer and raised money for Games to Give, but now I'm an official Bungie Foundation member and official creator, a featured creator for it. My block is basically, if you join stream Friday night, my normal time, you'll catch my block at 12 a.m. Central Standard Time for 12 a.m. to 2. And I'll be in the trenches trying to dodge Darcy as much as physically possible. There is...
Make him use it. Make him use it. It's
Uh,
his favorite sniper.
I'm not gonna. There's not there. I won't say any spoilers, but there will be very unique things to do to even inflict upon me IRL, and Darcy related. And during the block, there's basically just a massive discount on them. So if you especially if you join us during the block at 12 a.m. Central Standard Time on January 17th, they'll be even more affordable. So you can chip out to a good cause and torture me with, Darcy.
Yeah, he loves it, guys. Clearly, I mean, you want to give this man exactly what he wants, and that's Darcy.
If there are no Darcy haters, I have passed away, respectfully. And I don't just
Love
do
it.
that for the meme. I don't do that for whatever. I genuinely mean it.
Awesome.
All right, Luke.
Well, my block is January 27th at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is my first time fundraising on the internet ever. So this is like a very first for me. I'm very excited to be a part of it. They reached out to me. I don't know why, but they saw something in me, I guess. So I will be doing some good for gaming. I have literally no clue what I'm going to do, but I'm going to get the best ideas from all my friends, and then I'm going to create something. I do know there will be Destiny involved. There will be Pokemon involved. Potentially Pokemon cards involved that could be getting cut into pieces somehow. Yeah,
Heresy.
there's stuff that I have ideas for, but I'm very excited to be a part of it. I think it's gonna be very fun. It's gonna be a first for me, so but I'm excited to be a part of it. Feel honored to be connected to it. I'm excited that all three of us are in the same,
Yeah,
you know, like
it's gonna be
world of
fun.
doing this. I'm
It's gonna be a
pumped.
good time.
I'm excited to see what it is. Like I literally told them when they asked me, like I don't even know what it is. To be transparent with you, is it okay? Like, do you still want me to be in it? Like, yeah, of course. So like, okay, cool. Well, I'll go do
Yeah.
some research then. So I'm not that. Hopefully, it doesn't make anyone mad that wants to be a part of this. They didn't get a P. I'm there. I very much so do appreciate doing this. I'm excited, and I think I'll bring some sort of outside um not information, I don't know, just some sort of experience in that maybe is fresh, because I've done lots of fundraising like in real life, just not on the internet for video games. So
You're gonna do
I'm
great.
just gonna try to bring that into here, which will be very fun. So I'm honored. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna do a lot of good for gaming. It's gonna be
Yeah,
awesome, man. Well, not good
That's
for
awesome.
gaming for good. I just said it wrong.
gaming for good. That's it. That's
Yeah.
the one.
It's for the
Thank you,
kids.
guys. For the
kids.
kids. He said the thing. He gave the
For the
tagline.
kids. I love
Bon,
it.
thank you so much for being willing to come on, man, and being flexible too. If you guys didn't see the behind the scenes, like this was actually supposed to happen back before Renegades launched, and then just scheduling. He was on vacation. The holidays happened. Luke had some family stuff. Like it was all over the place. So thankfully, we were able to make all this happen. And man, what an honor and a privilege it was to have you on the podcast. Thank you for bringing your honest opinions in and having some amazing conversation.
Thanks so much, Aki and Bearded Luke. It was good finally meeting you, and I look forward to gaming with you soon, brother.
Yeah, we're gonna be friends
tell,
now.
Tell,
so you're stuck
tell the
with me
people like
forever.
Bound. Tell the people where they can find you.
Oh,
All the places.
absolutely. Obviously, husband, father, gamer, military veteran. Don't hold that against me. Come check me out. Obviously, Bound Effigy on all socials. You got your Twitch, especially TikTok. You'll find the most content there. But also reopened the Instagram. I'm also on Twitter and Blue Sky as well. And then obviously get in the Discord. Would love to have you.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
What about you, Luke?
I'm Bearded Luke. You can find me on twitch.tv/beardedluke where I stream. It's a secret. I'm not going to tell you when. You'll find out if you follow me.
Nobody's on.
I make YouTube content on youtube.com/beardedluke, as well as TikTok and Instagram, all the places. You just look up Bearded Luke. I'm in all those places. I also sell Pokemon cards live on Whatnot. So if you like Pokemon singles and you like packs, you want to do some rip and ships, look up Bearded Luke on Whatnot. I sell on there once a week. I have nothing more to say. I try my best to make content on the side, and it's very fun, but it's very infrequent. So if you follow me, it's gonna be a nice surprise when you see stuff pop up. I have lots and lots and lots of videos actually filmed that I have edited. I just haven't captioned them yet. So lots of content coming out. If you know me, my content, this is where my video game stuff is, but everything else is like tech related. So if you like phone cases,
Does a lot of
and-
tech stuff. He's
Yeah,
a
like
wedding videographer by
handhelds.
day. Like that's
Yeah.
what he does. Content is like his life, his whole life, basically.
Yeah.
It's almost like we're a Pokemon evolution because the way he talks sounds like when I first started to do more streaming. So it's like he's the first iteration of the Pokemon, and then I'm the second. I'm the Charmander. Like we're going up the scale all the way up to Aki up there, who's got YouTube videos. He's doing variety
man.
streaming every day.
Yep.
He's doing all the like an evolution of Pokemon right
this
here.
upcoming week, we're throwing variety's throwing out the window. We're doing all Destiny this week for Games to Give, which I'm super excited about.
Nice.
But yeah, you can find us Aki and Fam on Twitch, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Blue Sky, on Twitter, and yeah, we're creating content in all the places. We're doing stuff in all the places. I'm doing my very best actually with YouTube this year. I'm trying to be more consistent with uploads. We're grinding for YouTube partner. But yeah, if you enjoy family-friendly, family-focused content, I stream with my kids. I stream with my whole family, including my wife, Mama Peach, my daughter Peach, and my son, Little Aki. And we would love to have you if you need a place where you can come and find a place that you can call home if you don't have one, or maybe you don't have a great relationship with yours. We'd love to bring you in and love on you and encourage you and support you on your journey. So that's it. That's all I got.
Heck yeah, brother. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Bound, for being here. That was episode 55 of the Destiny Nerds podcast. You're all amazing. We'll see you on the next episode, which will be Mr. Maddox. Used to be a co-host. It'll be interesting to have him as a guest. Every other Sunday at 9 p.m. EST, as long as we're just look at our Twitter. Go to look up all our stuff. Twitter.com/whatever it is. I don't actually know because I've changed it twice. So just look up the Destiny Nerds. You'll find it. I literally have to look up our Twitch account every single time I tweet it or post about it because I can't remember what it is, and I made the thing. So here we are. But thank you so much for listening. You're all amazing. You two are awesome. I can't wait to play some Destiny with you. And thank you for watching and listening. And we'll see you all next week.
Bye, y'all.
Or next time. Bye. All right, recording is done. We're still live.
Woo! Listen, I broke the rule because Kel brought up Anarchy, and I got so excited because I was like, "Oh, that is a good exotic." And I was just like, "Oh wait,
smart.
I rolled that. I tried to roll it in."
It's okay.
But yeah.
You can talk to people sometimes.
What's up, Kel? Oh my gosh, JRO King
Hi,
was
Kel,
in here. Kraken,
Kels.
Bound got an awesome raid in the middle of it all. Let's go.
Yeah. Kraken.
That was fun, dude.
Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, sorry that we were back in the middle of the live recording, but man, if anybody's left from that raid, hey, what's up? We're in the post show now. Now anything goes. The rules are out. Say
Yeah,
everything.
but-
Say all the things.
But
Yeah, but
So I genuinely love this game, but I have a deep dark secret. I cannot wait for Marathon.
bro, same
dude,
though.
Marathon
man.
is gonna be I keep
up,
thinking of Marathon as a game that I played and that's like over
You can come over. Yeah.
because
Yeah, you can come
people like I forget people didn't get a chance to play it. And
yeah, I never played it.
they
I love
know
that
what
Kel's actually in here because during the
Let me
initial
run,
alpha or
dude.
whatever,
I
played
wanna
with
run.
Kel like all day. That was so much fun. So much fun, genuinely.
Dude,
I had a lot of fun. I genuinely, and the thing about it is, like, and I can talk a little bit about it because they've showed some of the stuff on social media because we've been in some of the later tests, right? So Rook is genuinely a game changer. Like it completely changes the feel of the game, and I'm telling you, if you have watched the stuff that they put on social media, they have been cooking, and it looks very very good. I'm very excited.
a $40 price point matching Arc Raiders. But
Mhm.
if you are like me and enjoyed Arc Raiders, but it wasn't quite it for you in terms
You need
of
that bungee gunplay.
the gunplay, brother, the gunplay in Marathon is disgusting. I feel
is.
like I'm handicapped in Arc Raiders because I got to spend $1 billion to get the best
You gotta
grenade
play
launcher.
or you gotta play like it's Valorant. You gotta sit
Yeah.
there and like crouch and shoot because you can't. Not it. Oh man, dude,
Yep.
give me my movement. Give me
Dude.
my like fast action gameplay. Like
And this is someone who actually like really likes Arc Raiders and is so proud of everything they did over
Yeah.
there. And
For sure.
affordable, fun, like replayable, great game overall. But they took that first step to being the first extraction shooter on multiple platforms. I think
mm-hmm.
knock on the woods, knock on all the woods, cross all the fingers and toes.
Mm-hmm.
Bungie could really knock it out with Marathon. From what I've played, everyone that I've talked to as well is literally saying the same thing. We cannot wait for Marathon to show the world how good this game is. It's gonna be nuts.
Yep. Yeah, I think, and I mean, at the end of the day, let's also be real. Bungie needs a win.
Yeah.
Bungie needs Marathon to be a win. And as Destiny fans, we should be rooting for Marathon, not from the sake of you should buy this game to support your favorite game. No, we should be rooting for Marathon just from the fact that we love Bungie. We love what they do. We love the things that they put out. We love the devs over there. And I know it's two separate dev teams, but there is a lot of bleed over between the two teams. You know, they're bouncing ideas off of each other. And the Marathon being successful means Destiny will be successful. So I'm excited for Marathon. I think it's going to be good. I don't say that to be like, you should go buy Marathon to support Destiny. No. I just think it's going to be good because I think it's got that Bungie shine to it, that Bungie polish. Like, say whatever you want to about Renegades and about the issues that I have with it. It's just so much fun to play. Like, genuinely, the game itself is so much fun to play. And it's why I'm still playing it all these years later.
Yep. And I will say, I have a secret theory, and some of that theory got leaked online. If you've seen the secret talks, there's rumor intelligence, that essentially we are looking at essentially the wind down of Destiny 2, and they haven't quite pinpointed their exact timeline, but the projection of the rumor that I read was like 2 years, and then they're gonna wind down, and then they have a planned date to start dev on Destiny 3. And that's the rumor.
You could do it like Overwatch did it, you know, just put it on maintenance, you know, like what I'm saying. Because if you look from Overwatch to Overwatch 2, there was a solid 2 years where Overwatch really didn't do much of anything. And I was a big Overwatch guy. I loved Overwatch. I was logging in every week. I was getting my loot boxes. I was like hooked on the gameplay loop. I loved what they had in Overwatch. Like just do that. Put it in maintenance mode. If you need to make a Destiny 3, do it. Like, I don't know.
I think too much has to change. I genuinely think far too much has to change. And this might be like literally burning the coals, putting the feet under the fire type deal, but I'm kind of a burn it all down guy right now. I think D1 should be shut off. I think all of those resources should be spun into D3. I think D2 should have a planned wind down, shut down date and be turned off. And everything should be put into D3, Unreal Engine, brand new story. Design it with the intent of it being a long-term live service. D2 was never intended to be a long-term live service. And that's kind of it's like we're Rock Lee, but we have all of the weight still on and more. Like we're being handicapped because of where we came from, not where we're going. And they're doing very well with the live service add-on concept to Destiny 2. But when you look at the history and then you look at the financial reports, because I'm literally that old now, D3 was supposed to have been Beyond Light, Stasis, right?
Sure.
D3 was supposed to have been Stasis, Lightfall, and then Witch Queen and Final Shape. Those four. essentially.
Mhm.
Not even like they kind of put in, but they weren't sure about final shape. But those were supposed to be Destiny 3 right there.
Mhm.
We're all, and I made a joke about this I made a TikTok and a joke about my theories about the direction, but we're essentially in Destiny 4 because so much has freaking changed. Let me ask you guys this, and genuinely, I want to know your answer and opinion. And I know Lucas said a little bit already about this. How many of the older games, or not older games, older weapons have you used since the start of Edge of Fate? Like
There's no
once
point,
you
right? They all have been power crept. So yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. No, I'm 100%. I'm with you.
I
Absolutely.
use Hammerhead like religiously.
and when did
I
that come
do
out?
use so older exotics. I absolutely still use 100%.
Hammerhead-
Thunderlord, you know, some of the.
Thunderlord.
I still use commemoration. I use my
what's it called?
crafted commemoration on a regular basis.
That's what I
still.
meant to say. I didn't mean to say
Yeah,
Hammerhead.
yeah.
I don't use
Yeah.
Hammerhead.
Yeah,
I still
commemoration
use my
is one of the
crafted
ones.
commemoration regularly. It's hard to beat
I use
that one. It's
commemoration
fantastic.
like all the time, and I use Yeartide Apex from Solstice. I think last year.
Sure.
I use that pretty much constantly, and then
Oh yeah.
I use Mint Retrograde pretty much constantly. Outside of that, I don't switch off that often.
What Cal kind of said, and that's kind of where I'm at with it. If Bungie, here's how you could stem all the outcry, because there's going to be a lot of people that are like, but I still like it playing the Destiny 1, blah blah blah. I like to go through and play the campaign. I like to play the Destiny 2, blah blah blah. Just bundle them up, put them in one little package. Here's what's playable. Have little cutscenes that tie the seasons or whatever, that are just basic voiced over cutscenes that tie together the different expansions, that have the seasons in between, tell the story, so there's continuity, and then you have a one experience that you can play and you can enjoy. You have minimal infrastructure that's supporting it, and then here's everything in one nice little pretty box so you can play it, and then dump everything into Destiny 3.
Yep.
I will differ. I don't think we need Unreal Engine, because Marathon's not on the Unreal Engine. Bungie has a Tiger Engine. That's what gives the guns the feel that they have. If you did the Unreal Engine, we would feel like Destiny Rising, and that's the biggest gripe I have with Destiny Rising, is it doesn't feel like Destiny because the gunplay doesn't feel right. That's done on Unreal also. Same with Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is done in Unreal Engine 5.0. Borderlands, Unreal Engine 5.0. What gives Bungie gunplay the Bungie feel is the Tiger Engine. And as busted as it is, and as much as we make fun of it, and maybe it has issues occasionally, there is a magic to it that you cannot replicate if you change game engines.
I'm with you also with Unreal Engine, mainly because I play handheld game. I play on my RG Ally X all the time,
Sure.
or my Xbox Ally X. Unreal Engine games are so hard to optimize for that thing. Like any Unreal Engine game is like, it works, but it's not like, I'm not getting like 60 FPS on that bad boy. It's resource heavy for those, at least. Maybe it's going to change.
I think that's getting better over time, because Unreal Engine 5 is still relatively new,
Yeah.
kind of, but you know.
Then maybe they need to give Tiger a little bit of a nap.
It
And
needs
make
an
it-
overhaul for sure.
Make
Let's get
make
Lion.
Puma, make Black Panther.
Or leopard. Yeah. Or leopard.
What are we? We're just
Black
naming
Bungie forever.
big
I'm sorry,
cats.
listen.
Big.
Bungie shut up.
Bungie forever. But you're right though. They need to. They
Oh,
need
man.
to. They need to bring Tiger up to the 21st century. They need to.
Yeah,
They need to
100%.
put Xbox, regular Xbox One and PS4. I'm sorry, you guys. Put those bad boys down and
Mhm.
start looking more towards the technological future.
Yeah, it's time. It's time to get rid of the older consoles for sure. I think everybody can agree on that. You know, when you're loading into a tower instance with the PS4 player, because it takes 10 minutes, you can go make yourself a peanut butter sandwich while you're waiting for that tower instance to
Yep.
load. Like, oh man, Kel, I choked on my own spit for a second there. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, man.
That was Moon and
Oh,
Chast. If Destiny runs well on the RG, yes, like insanely well. Like I play Destiny.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh, can we?
Majority
okay,
of majority of my
Total-
gaming on Destiny is on the handheld.
total
On the Ally.
sidebar.
Oh,
Total, because it runs Windows. Because Ally runs Windows. Total sidebar. I wish in 2020, 2030, whatever, all games need to be able to run on Steam OS. Because I'm sick and tired of Microsoft's crap right now. They have been pulling some just stupid moves lately. I'm so
Agreed.
tired of having to give them my
the
money.
new stuff. This is the first time that they started bro, like this is the reason Microsoft is gonna be better to game on a PC eventually because they finally like they have the Microsoft like the Xbox full screen experience. It's the first. It puts basically a software over top of Windows and turns off all the unoptimized things, like the things that are just taking random
Good.
like, and it's the first time they've ever
Let me do
like
that on my
they're,
PC, so I
they're
don't
gonna
have to
make it.
have. Yeah,
They're gonna
it's
make
just.
it so
Oh
that your
man.
PC is like a console. That's their goal
That's
to make
because
it
they
so if
see
you want
what
to game
Steam's
on it,
doing.
yeah, they want to make it so you can use Windows if you want to for work, but if you want it to just be like a console, you'll use the Xbox full screen experience, and it'll make your PC
I don't
basically
need
like.
Copilot
console.
on my gaming PC. I don't need all this ad intrusive crap. Like I just want to. I want it to play games, and maybe edit videos occasionally. That's it. That's all I want it to do. Period.
Just de-bloat it. Just get some de-bloat
Oh,
software.
debloat. Oh, it's
Yeah.
so.
I had to do a
It's the-
TikTok about debloat, the debloat software that I use because I was going through the kids' computers and my computer, and I was
Mhm.
using that to just destroy Edge and Copilot because it's
Golly.
And
literally
OneDrive. I hate OneDrive.
it literally
Oh my
has
gosh,
the
Throw it
same
in the trash can.
it has the same binary mechanic as a lot of the malware that I have to investigate on a daily basis.
For
That
real.
it will literally reinstall itself with one any update push that Microsoft sends out will automatically reinstall Edge and Copilot, bar none. Two, it's embedded in the kernel so that if you receive that type of update, you will get Copilot back and Edge. I had a scenario where I thought I got rid of all of Edge, and then I opened up a PDF, and I had gotten rid of Adobe forever ago, and it
Oh,
opened
no.
Edge, and I wanted to burn my computer down. It was nuts, dude. Also,
Trash.
Adobe, get the frick out of my life. I swear to God.
Oh man, I have okay. So one big move I've made in the past 6 months, I've converted fully from Adobe to use DaVinci Resolve, and I love it. It's
Yep.
fantastic.
I've never used Adobe. I edited in Premiere for 1 year at a job I had, but I'm a Final Cut guy. My whole workflow outside of video games is Apple, so
That's
I
awesome.
hate it that I have to use this stupid Windows computer. I wish I could game on my freaking MacBook, to be honest with you. Maybe one day, but for now, I have to use this. I mean, it's great. I have a, whatever. Wow, I keep forgetting. My brain doesn't work.
Love you, Cal.
What
Thanks for
What
hanging.
PC do I have, Aki? It's from Power GPU. That's what I have. I like that I'm asking Aki like he knows.
Yeah, I'm
what-
like, what? I have no idea. Like, what?
Power
I can't look at your
GPU.
computer. Yeah.
That's my PC, and it's a freaking beast. But I hate Windows.
No.
I don't know how
Me too.
anybody does their job on it. Like if you guys do your job on it, I don't know how you do it.
You know what? It's funny actually. So a couple years ago, they had me convert to this bad boy.
Oh, look
And,
at you! I didn't
yeah.
think I'd ever see you touching an Apple.
It's
device.
weird, isn't it? Yeah, no, it works great. Love it.
You're just
Never
holding it
go
like
back to-
Salt Bay too.
I held it like that because I was covering my company sticker as I picked it up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's like,
Yeah.
check out my iPhone. He's taking it.
I'm also on the DaVinci Resolve train now. So if you ever see a TikTok or a YouTube video of me and it looks suddenly really clean and crisp, it's because I use DaVinci Resolve, and I
I told my
absolutely love
wife
it.
I
Great.
wanted the pro version of it for Christmas. I'm
Yeah.
like, I use it that much to where I'm like, I really like it. I've gotten fully
Yeah,
used to it. It's fantastic. It used to
DaVinci's
suck.
great.
The reason I was on the Premiere train is it used to, in the early days of DaVinci Resolve, it would not autosave and it would crash regularly. So you would just, if you forgot to save regularly, you would just lose all your edit. And it was just, So that's why I went to the Premiere. But it's better now. It autosaves, never crashes. It's been great. So it came a long way. I'm fully a Resolve supporter at this point.
Hey, I'm glad you guys love it. I have friends that want me to get in, but like, bro, when you've been editing and
Dude, if you're so
12
comfortable in
years.
Final Cut and you own it, like
bro, I
absolutely.
can edit stuff like with my eyes closed faster than people can probably edit something in like 2 hours because I've
Kiyotoki's
used,
right.
not just because I've used it for so long. Like I don't even think my fingers would know what to do. I've edited
Yep.
a couple things in Resolve. There are some cool like they are definitely on the edge of like they're pushing the limits with stuff that's more futuristic in an editing software where
For sure.
Final Cut gets it like a year later or 2 years later, but it's usually
I think
really
that's
fine
because
they usually wait.
Final Cut is the de facto like professional, real high-end editing software, and so they don't want to introduce a bunch
Some
of
people would
possible
just
features.
Some people would crucify you for saying that.
Really?
Once they came out with Windows 10 or not Windows, Final Cut 10 a long time ago, 10 years ago now. It was like the world ended because Final Cut 7 was over and they were trying to be futuristic. They're like, this is like iMovie. Now Final Cut 11's out and a ton of stuff's changed. It's amazing now, but there's a lot of Final Cut haters out there.
Dang.
A lot of them.
I guess I missed that
Like
whole arc.
MKBHD uses Final Cut, so I don't care what anybody says.
I want to, and Fernog makes a good point though. I think at this point, I think Microsoft needs a good old regulatory bonk upside the head again because they're about due. That's what happened. That's the last time Windows got good is when the government was like, "Stop it."
Yeah.
They were like, "Okay, yeah, my bad."
Windows
I'll put
7.
about due. Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, we had Windows XP. Actually, Windows XP.
Windows
came out
XP was
right
very good
after
too. Yeah.
the bonk, and that was fantastic. Like
Yeah.
Windows XP was great for a long, long time. Then we had Windows 7, which was very good.
Yeah.
Because Windows Vista, I think, was in between,
Yeah.
which we skipped that one. We don't talk about Windows
Yeah, we don't
Vista.
talk about that.
And then Windows 8 sucked, and then we had Windows 10, which was supposed to be the last Windows ever, and now we have Windows 11, which is
I just switched to
Anyway.
11. I actually kind of like it. It's a little more modern than 10.
It isn't
For
it
now.
isn't so much the and when we're talking like this, it's what they're doing in the background that's toxic.
Yeah,
that's
I
the
don't know
problem.
that. Stuff.
The
Yeah.
ads, the AI,
That's what
the-
Bound was talking about.
yeah,
the
the
malware
bloatware
type tendencies.
is-
There's a
it's
bunch of
awful.
crap on here I'd like to get rid of.
Yeah.
Can you guys hack into my PC and break everything, please?
for legal reasons.
Bound has a TikTok for you.
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say for legal reasons, anything I say afterwards is a joke, but yes. No, the tool that I use. Hold on, let me see if I.
I don't
still
even
have
use
it
a password on this PC. It just when I
Oh
turn
my
it on,
brother?
it just
Brother.
logs in.
brother. You're you
Hmm.
remind me of the generals that I had to save when I served, and they would just do dumb crap.
It's not like that with
Oh my
anything
gosh,
else in my
dude.
life. Just this gaming PC because I want it to feel like
Boomers.
a console.
Yeah.
I don't use this for anything else
Revo.
other than what we're doing right now.
So I use Revo
Is that with
Revo
two Vs?
uninstaller. REVO uninstaller. Revo. And I'll drop the link in chat as well. And it's free. It's 100% free software. You can get the pro version for like little extra stuff like statistics, data. It does like a slightly better job on the pro version. This is not a paid sponsorship. They don't even know my name, but I like these guys a lot. And it's free. I've used it on multiple computers, and it targets the ever-loving crap out of something down to binaries and registries and everything. If you are trying to get rid of something, it will nuke it. And it will do a soft save, a restore point for your PC. So if you need to go back and do a quick restore, like if it actually breaks something you didn't want it to break, it can do a restore point for you and then send you back so you can see. Because there's like I don't even know how many different ways you can remove a software or something from your computer with this Revo uninstaller, but there's so many different ways. And if you go the hard nuke where you get rid of everything, binaries, registries, everything, sometimes it can break stuff. You got that restore point, you go right back, and then you can like tweak it and try again. It's great. Really good.
That's
To
awesome.
try that because I used
Mhm.
what did I use? There was like something I used on my original RG Ally because I was trying to debloat that, because it's a handheld. I was really trying to make it optimized. I can't remember what it was called though. It's like bloaty, something stupid, some dumb name. But I'll look into this because I'm always about making my stuff more efficient, except for using
Total-
passwords, obviously.
Total side note before we end. Did you guys see Anthem shutting down tomorrow?
Yes, I literally was
Yeah.
going to talk about that too because we were talking about like
Yeah.
burning it all down, saying goodnight to D1 and stuff. Like, what could have been, dude? I
What
loved
could've
that
been.
game.
I never played Anthem, by the way.
I
Never-
played the beta and I really liked the way that it played. Like I thought it was a lot of fun.
Me and the
then
wife,
game came out, and it was
100%.
just like, ugh.
I 100%ed it
What did they do?
with the wife, and
Oh,
but the two biggest things were, the main thing was the story just stopped. You did
Mhm.
once you had done everything, you were on this massive cliffhanger, and it's only what maybe 200, maybe like not even like 70 to 100 hours of true story, and then there's maybe like extra 50 hours or so of gameplay that you can do, and then if you really want to
wanna, yeah, really dive
optimize, you can get up into the 150 200 area, so 200 hours at most gameplay, and then it's literally nothing new, different, extra, and you're on a story cliffhanger, and the extra stuff they gave us was on a story cliffhanger. You had no idea what was going to happen, and then crickets, nothing,
Mhm.
no
Wait,
word.
they literally never finished.
It
No.
was like, imagine if the D2 Red War, like you got up to that like final battle, but you never actually bum rushed. What's his name? The dude we fought back in the day. I forgot.
Gaul.
Gaul.
Yeah.
We never actually bum rushed him. We just got
Dominus
the gang
Gaul.
back together, and then it just ended.
That's
And
wild.
we were talking about charging, and then just never did.
Dude, that sucks. That makes a lot more sense why people are mad about it. Because
Yeah.
Maddox is like a diehard Anthem guy. He like was like sweared up and down.
I
that it
don't
would've been
like how
insane.
they're handling it, and this is why I'll argue against ever just shutting off the D1 and D2 servers too, because like it's bad for game preservation when it boils down to it. Like there's, ugh, it's a tough argument because if you really at the end of the day, all Anthem needed is just an offline patch. That's all it needed. Just let it run locally. Done.
Yep.
Same with Destiny. Honestly, at this point, you could do that for Destiny 1. Just give it an offline patch. The end. Like
I
you
would
know,
be fine with that
obviously,
too.
You could solo raids
Yeah.
and stuff, right? You know, like whatever. Or even if it's just like local host, the
Mhm.
local host hosts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like give an offline patch where it has peer-to-peer matchmaking, but no server interference or everything. Like,
Bungie, give us 4 screens. Let us 4 play local co-op D1.
dude, imagine. Oh, actually, so that's on my content calendar for this year. My daughter here, we're gonna play through
Hi,
the
Peach.
original Halo games together.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's gonna love that, bro.
Yeah, I know she's gonna love it. Genuinely,
Hi,
we played a little
Peach.
bit of the original Half-Life together, and she loves that too. So it's like, oh man, it's time to introduce her to some of those older legacy games where she's old enough now to really experience it and enjoy it. It's gonna be fun.
I turned on Assassin's
go.
Creed for my son, and he's like, "Dad, why does this look so bad?" And it killed me. But he wasn't wrong.
Don't tell me that.
He wasn't
shut
wrong.
up.
It looks
Okay.
so good in my mind.
I
still.
know.
It still looks good. You just have to go and use your imagination.
And for
Actually,
I
if you
big
play
agree.
Assassin's Creed 1 on the Xbox Series X, they did give it a patch that makes it like technically like kind of 4K. So it doesn't look terrible.
Yeah.
I
But
still
I can
have
see why,
Assassin's-
like,
the
a
original
youngster would
Assassin's
hate it.
Creed for my PS3. Actually, I still have that.
I
should
love
have a
bro,
night where I
Assassin's
go
Creed.
back and go play through some of the old Assassins, like just old PS3 games, and just be like, hey, let's experience what this was like, and then be like, ugh,
Bro, you're gonna be
how far did games really
mind-blown.
come?
The
It's gonna
utter
be just like ghosting.
the utter cinema that is Assassin's Creed 2 from start to
Best
the,
game
fi-
ever,
the
bro.
the final game was
That is the last
absolutely
Assassin's Creed
fantastic.
I've played. That's the last Assassin's Creed I played, Assassin's Creed 2, because
Really?
Really?
Bro,
I had a
Assassin's
kid.
Creed-
I had a kid.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that makes sense.
And
Didn't
then I
have as much
stopped.
time.
I didn't. Well, didn't have as much time. And the time that I did have, I didn't want her to walk into the room and I'm like stabbing somebody and blood's pumping
That's
out
fair.
or whatever. You know, like you know.
Why not? That sounds awesome.
She had enough issues with Minecraft when she was young because she was terrified of the zombies.
Shut up! We don't talk about that.
Listen. Anyway,
Got her.
You do your thing. This is your fault for sitting out here.
Yeah,
He
you,
asked
you
for it.
I think Aki, you would probably really love Origins. Origins is quite possibly one of the better newer experiences in Assassin's
Okay.
Creed. And if you love Egyptology, oh, they do
That
they
game
do
is a long
such a
game,
good
too.
job. They do such a good job though. I also really
Awesome.
enjoyed the one set in London. That was very good.
Oh, Syndicate. That's the
Syndicate
one I
was-
didn't
Syndicate was
finish it, but I heard it was
fantastic.
good.
I 100%ed.
Assassin's
I
Creed.
100% every single Assassin's Creed. The only one I haven't even touched yet is Shadows, and I own it. I'm
Bro,
planning on it.
Shadows is so good. You gotta play it.
That's
It
what
is
I
so
hear.
It's the first one I've played again where I was like in. I'd played it every day until I beat the crap out of that game. It was
And
so much fun.
What I don't understand is nobody's really talking about it. Now there's going to be a DLC for it. There's also a DLC for Mirage, and I 100%ed that too. And now I got to go
I haven't
back.
done the Mirage DLC.
I
That
got to
game
do the
was also
Mirage
super
DLC.
fun.
I liked that one too, but I can understand why people didn't like it because it was such a hard reset back to original Assassin's
It was
Creed
like
style.
super slow too.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
just
really
waiting-
slow.
I'm waiting for the Bound TikTok where he sets his son in front of Elden Ring, and is like, "Okay, son." Literally, I saw this TikTok the other day. His dad sits his 5-year-old son in front of Elden Ring, and is like, "Here you go." He's like, "Dad, I can't wait to experience this game." And then it cuts to him fighting the what's that first boss on the his chariot or what? Not his chariot.
Oh
his-
God, yeah,
horse.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
And Dad, why is this hard? You will learn. Like, you just, oh, it's so good. Like, oh man, it's just funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've never touched those games before.
dude.
Maybe that'll be one of my things. If I will play Elden Ring if you donate enough money to whatever.
Yeah, make it.
during-
You could absolutely make it a target. There's all sorts of things. You could do literally anything you want to do.
I do have to
that
ask: have you
actually-
played
the
any
reason I
Souls games
played-
though?
Have you played any of these Souls games?
None. I've
The reason
never
I
touched
played
a Souls
Elden
game
Ring is
in my whole
it was
life.
actually a goal in our subathon last year. For our 5-year anniversary, we did a subathon and I think we hit like 600 subs or something. And I was just like, okay, well, I guess we're playing Elden Ring. So boom. And
I
here I am a year later, loving it.
I literally always have the weirdest journey, and I don't think anybody believes me when I talk about this, but like I played Lies of P, which because I loved
Okay.
the concept of steampunk and
Mhm.
that whole take on the like almost Resident Evil like situation that happened in that story. If you're familiar with Lies of P, I played that
Mhm.
first because it looked really fun, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, that's a Souls game." I'm like, "Oh, this is what it is." Okay, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to understand it because I had heard about other games. I'd heard about Dark Souls. I had tried it like
Sure.
a long time ago and didn't like it because I don't know. I didn't understand the concept. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, you should go play Sekiro." And I'm like, "Okay, let's do that." And I went and I got Sekiro, and they're like, and they're all laughing at me, and I'm like, "Why are you laughing? I love this game." And they're like, "Wait, you beat it?" And I was like, "Yeah. What was the problem?" And they're like, "That's the hardest one there is." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I love this.
Amazing.
It's my favorite. I love Sekiro so freaking much." But it is drastically different than all the other Souls games, so it's a little weird
Yeah.
because you
It's more actiony, right?
it is way more action, and you
Yeah.
get much better feel from deflecting and parrying than any others. And then they're like, "Go do Elden Ring." I'm like, "All right, now
need to
I know
play
you
that one.
guys are messing with me." So now I'm in Elden Ring. I'm right behind Aki. I gotta fight Melania
He's
next.
got to do it. He's got to do it. And then you got to get into the DLC, which gets, oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Oh, I don't want to talk about the boss I'm on in the DLC right now because I'm so mad. It's worse, in my opinion, worse than Millennia at this point, but I've only attempted it a few times. But my story is like I actually bought Dark Souls, the original Dark Souls Prepared to Die edition on a
Mhm.
Steam sale, I think on a whim, because I was just like, oh, everybody likes these games. I'm gonna give it a try. I have 29 minutes of gameplay in the original Dark Souls, and I was like, I don't like this, and I shut it off. But I picked it up super cheap on a Steam sale, so that's what I was just like, well, I'll try Elden Ring, and I ended up loving it. Like I got into it, I got hooked, and then they had me play Lies of P a little bit. I played a little bit of Lies of P, so I have some of that under my belt. I really like that. I need to actually play all the way through that at some point. But yeah, I think everybody I think likes Souls games. They just have to find the right entry point.
Yep.
And once you get the right entry point, and you're like, oh, it's a very satisfying gameplay loop. But maybe that's just me, and I like bashing my head into an immovable wall until it falls over, or I do. You know, that's just me.
Fully,
Because that was how I
fully
was.
agree.
Because chat was bullying me when I was playing Elden Ring, and they were like, "You should try different weapons." And I would try another weapon. I was like, "This doesn't feel good," and I would go back, and they're like, "No, trust me." They're like, "No, I'm gonna do this my way," you know. So that's
the
how I
same
ended up with
exact
over
way.
1,000 deaths in Elden Ring, because I just was like, I'm playing with the very first sword I ever got, the very first shield I ever got. That's all I'm using forever. I beat the game.
Wait, is it
And
really?
Millennia.
Is it really like the first sword and first shield?
Yeah, it's the very first sword. Yeah, the
Oh
very
my
first. It was
God.
starting everything. I changed
That's
armor. That's all I
crazy.
changed. And then I kept putting points into strength. And they were like, "You should put points in other stuff." I'm like, "No, because you said that. Now I'm going to put more." I have 86 points in strength, bro. It's ridiculous.
That's amazing.
So, anyway, I didn't look up build guides and do anything. I just all blind. I'm like, I'm doing this my way, and you guys can suck it. Basically, That's what I do.
I'm
I
doing
like that mentality.
essentially the same thing, but I took a wrong turn, and I'm not trying to spoil this for anybody. So maybe Luke, plug your ears. But
La, la, la.
I accidentally killed Yuri. I killed
And
Yuri in Elden Ring.
oh my,
I like right almost immediately, and I
Okay.
got his sword.
Oh,
And
no.
then I'm like, what is this build bleed thing? What is this bleeding thing?
yeah,
I
lucked
used
into it
that weapon
immediately.
I swear to God, I used that weapon for like 100 hours or more of gameplay
I
until I
bet you
finally
did.
till I got it. And I had no idea that I stumbled into the bleed build concept by
Yep.
accidentally killing a guy that most people keep alive until like 90% of the game. And I killed him
think I
because
actually- I
he
don't think
slightly
I
turned
don't think I-
red.
Yeah, I don't think I ever actually fought him. I think I left him. I just left him alone. Just like whatever.
Yep.
Oh, I spared him. Actually, no, I spared him. That's what I
Yeah.
did. I
There's a
remember.
bunch of the game's insane. It's super long, but it's so
crazy,
good.
dude. And I have every minute of my footage recorded, and I plan to put together like this epic
Oh,
cinematic
wow.
masterpiece. Yeah, I have every single minute, all the way up until I kill Millennia. Like every bit of it is recorded.
Nice.
So
That's my one downside.
Make me want to play.
Dude, you should. And I would say if you've never touched a Souls, start with maybe like Lies of P, because it has a ton of fun build crafting, but it's also, in my opinion, a lower bar of entry. But the world is gorgeous. If you like Assassin's Creed, you'll like Lies of P because it's got that kind of like
yeah.
steampunk retro vibes. everybody looks sexy as hell. They look gorgeous. Excuse my language. They look gorgeous.
We're
They're-
not, we're not
it's-
recording anymore.
It looks so good, and the weapons are fun, and there's build crafting in it as well too. So, but it's also much shorter than other Souls games. It's not as long. You can actually speed run it pretty quick. So that's there too, and you get this fun like arm mechanic. So you have a sword and you have this like arm you can swap out for other arms. It's so cool.
It gets wild.
Yeah,
it's
it
a lot of
gets-
fun. What I've
it's-
played of it so
it's
far
dope.
is very fun.
I'm finishing the DLC. My only thing I don't like about the developers of the Souls games is the fact that there's no cross save. At least give me cross save. I can't. I bought it on a whim, like you, on a sale, but it was on Xbox, and now I'm stuck on Xbox
You're stuck on
forever.
Xbox.
And I tried to bring it over to stream it, and it looks like dog water. The pixels look like Mega Man from 1993. It's awful when I try to stream Elden Ring on Xbox. I can't take it. I just want cross save. I don't even want cross play because you're worried about hackers or whatever bleeding into console. Just give me cross save, because then Liza P, I'd be good on Steam. Freaking Sekiro, I'd be good on Steam, and freaking Elden Ring, I'd be good on Steam, and I'd be heaven sent. It'd be perfect. That's it. Just give me cross
That's it.
save.
That's the end of the rant.
Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah.
Give him cross save.
What is it? Black Myth Wukong. That's probably like the closest thing I've played to like a hard.
Yeah,
That's,
And
you
it was
know, that's
super
in the
hard.
right. Yeah.
It was
it's in
hard
the
for
right
me
vein.
because I don't play games like that. But
it's fun though, right? I
did
liked
beat
it.
It was yeah. Sometimes it was fun, but I'm like I know for a fact if I played a Souls games, it's just for pain because I'm not. I'm like I want to play like FIFA or freaking GTA.
Fair.
Gamer. Like I'm not trying to like wet until this chair is wet. You know what I mean? But I know a lot of most of my friends are like that. I mean, our next guest is Maddox. He's literally doing the dungeons solo falls for fun.
Shout out to freaking Maddox, dude. I've watched some of
That's-
his stuff, and I'm
He's
impressed.
just doing all of them.
They're
He's
fun.
just
I
doing
like
all, like,
solo
the fun
flawless stuff, but I think that's where I should have realized I was a Souls gamer at heart because I actually
that
enjoy
you
that.
like to
Like
do
I
that.
like,
That makes
yeah,
sense.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
I know I like as much as I'd want to do a lot of that stuff. I just know myself, not for me.
I got to be able to do those challenges while I still can. You know, and give me another decade and a half or so, and I'll be like,
I'm pretty impressed you're still doing it at,
Hey.
at that age.
Wow,
you know?
wow, thanks
Hey.
guys, thank you, appreciate that.
Granddad Gaming, I think he did his solo witness. You still got time, baby. Solo witness,
That's
Aki
right.
Wen.
That's right. If Granddad Gaming can do it, I can do it.
He
Yeah,
is
you can
living
do it,
proof
buddy.
that age does not matter. He's out there kicking
That's right.
butts. He's better than me in I think most ways. So you got
That's right,
time.
that's
Lock
right.
in.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
All right. Well, I gotta go to sleep because I got Bible study at 6 a.m. So
Bah.
I'm gonna end the stream. But
You're-
thanks
you're a
everybody
better
for watching. That was a
Christian than me.
fun post show.
Heck
It's
yeah,
just a
dude.
men's one I do every other week. I don't have any other time to go to one, so I just have to
Man.
go before everybody wakes up. It's not. I
Man, thanks,
lead one
Bound.
with,
Are you
like,
gonna be
Nick.
gaming? Bound, are you gonna be gaming after this? Are you gonna be streaming for a while, or? what's your plan?
No. So we you tell me who we're rating out.
Well, that's what I was gonna let you pick. Like, if you
Okay,
wanna look at
perfect.
your
Yeah,
list,
yeah.
since you're the guest, so you choose. Where are we headed?
It's also something that I do in my community, Bearded Luke. I literally, unless I hard crash, power loss, I always raid out because I always think like you want to continue the show, continue the vibes, and you want to share your community, help others grow, but also like just keep the party going, keep the fun going. So I try to always find people. We got the homies Aeons. He's doing solo flawless or solo
He's doing
witness,
Solo witness right
but
now.
he's
yeah,
not using civil discourse on civil discourse.
Okay. Good
Also,
for him.
then who else we got?
I see Haminator on. Let's see who else is on.
Yeah, Haminator. I don't think I've rated Haminator before.
He's actually doing Elden Ring Night Rain, which is interesting.
Oh, I love Elden Ring. We've done me and Aki have played some Elden Ring Night Ring.
We
I
gotta
love
play
that
some
game.
more of that. It's been
Yeah,
a
we
while.
do. Yeah, let's go. You want to go Aeons, or unless someone else is doing helps? I don't see anybody doing helps right now for Destiny.
You can do Ants. It's fine with me. I know
Bet.
Ants. So.
Yeah, I
Aeons
love
is a
Aeons.
homie. Let's
Yeah,
do
he's
it.
a homie. All right. So thank you
Alright.
guys so much for having me. We're gonna raid out, guys. So I will catch you guys later, and we definitely got to do that 4
Yeah.
feet for Bearded Luke. for
Yeah,
sure.
we do, dude.
I'm in.
Got it,
bro.
easy.
We're gonna
Heck
do.
yeah.
Easy.
We're gonna do the whole seal in one night. Actually, that's what you told me
Easy.
we would do. So.
Oh sure.
yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
easy.
That's actually not that bad.
Look
It
at
would
that. There he
actually
is.
be
Too
great
easy.
because Yeah. All right. Cool deal. We're making it happen. All right.
Bet.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna press the button.
Sounds
Adios,
good.
people.
Cheers, brothers.
Later, man.
That was fantastic. Thank you guys so much for joining me and Aki and Fam and Bearded Luke for the podcast. That was so much fun. I can't that was fantastic and great conversations. Like, I hope we all got out that kind of discourse of our thoughts on Destiny 2 and maybe shared some of your thoughts that you have about Destiny 2, your hopes and dreams for things that are coming up, as well as Marathon as well. So I'm going to give a quick shout out. I mean, I shouldn't have to, but if you don't know Aki and Fam, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I love this man. We've been gaming back and forth for months and months and months now. And new friend to the community. Hopefully he will be streaming soon. I think it's The Bearded Luke. Yeah, let me double check that. Or it's just Bearded Luke. Be sure to also go check out Bearded Luke. We're going to get this man his Praxic seal. We're gonna do a 4 feet with him, and that's gonna be fantastic too. So be sure to go check him out as well. And I will catch you guys on the next one. We're gonna raid out to Aeons. He's doing solo witness, no uncivil discourse. That's crazy. Like old school. Maybe he's doing a little sniper action. I don't know. Let's find out. So join me in raiding Aeons, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Cheers. Get in the raid. Here are some emotes in case you need them. Go say hi to Aeons for me. Tell them I love them. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Cheers.
Oh, Bound too? No way. Bound, thank you so much for the raid, bro. I hope you had a good stream. I believe you were on the podcast today, right? Yeah. I have to wait the shout out. I believe I also have an exclamation point shout out command. That works too. So much fun, great combo. Heck yeah, that's what we love to hear. Podcasts are so fun, man. I also just really like talking, so... Definitely got a game soon. Absolutely, bro. Hit me up. I'm gonna be streaming a bunch during Game to Give. So literally, like, whenever, man. Yes, yeah. My featured slot is on Tuesday, which is my birthday. I might die. No. Peak music? That's what I'm saying, bro.